more of the USSR. All right, I have shot the link everywhere. We are audio live. And yeah, I think we're pretty much good. But due to several players, I need to take a moment. I'm also going to take a moment. But the stream is starting trademark soon. Soon trademark.
So I just found there's a quote from one of the developers of the original Fallout game for why they chose to have China as the main antagonist of the United States in the Great War versus Russia. And it is a gem.
Oh, yeah?
So apparently he was talking on the phone when making Fallout to a Russian game developer he knew. And in the middle of the phone conversation, he heard some muffled bangs and the phone went quiet. When I asked him what the noise was, he replied, "Oh, that was just the Russian mob firing their guns in the street." I thought he was joking. He wasn't. After that, I had a really hard time believing that the once mighty USSR would be in a position to threaten the world again anytime soon.
Oof.
So I turned to the next major communist country that typifies the East, China.
I mean, he's not wrong. It is the world power, right?
I mean, I would say his choice has aged pretty well.
Yeah. Because it is the next superpower on the rise. Oh, it's Mega Slug.
Oh, interesting. This wasn't mentioned on the Germany page, but in the Fort Hagen Command Center, or Hagen, I'm not sure it's pronounced, in Fallout 4, there is a map which depicts post-1989 country borders, suggesting that the countries that broke off the Soviet Union in real life also did so in Fallout. That being said, a lot of the globes also have, like the Mediterranean is land, and that's probably just air in the assetting, and it was done quickly by a developer that wasn't paying attention, so that's probably not authoritative.
Oh no, I'm a robot.
Same.
I guess I'll have to install the Twitch app at some point in time. There's so many free games on there. It's insane.
Did you ever hear of a wish sandwich? Well, it's the kind of a sandwich that you're supposed to take two pieces of bread and wish you had some meat. The other day, I ate a ricochet biscuit. Well, it's the kind of a biscuit that's supposed to bounce off the wall back in your mouth. If it don't bounce back,
it
Nice.
already.
Felix, Sydney, Mage.
Yes,
So
it
it's
is.
not quite in a bridge series, but it's almost in a bridge series.
Yes, it is,
The last thing
Larry.
is, Greg, I don't know if you mean to have your camera off, but it's like a black square, but normally when the camera is off for other people, it's just like their icon. I'm just letting you know.
Is it necessary to have it
No,
off?
no, it's not. I just like, I was like, one of those is a square. I didn't know if it was like a camera thing.
No, I'm this black square today.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
cool.
that's true. All right, Twombly, Lisa, Mage, Charlie, Sydney, Felix.
Hello.
Myself.
I'll turn my cam on a bit. I'm just eating.
Yes, this is the Radiation Poison Simulation RPG Lurb. Alright, so last time on this game, you guys sneaking around, and what's that? You found the holotape 2 of 3, do. But, uh-oh, it looks like the Mr. Handies have spotted you. Roll for initiative, as I put you on the right map. Also deploy yourself within the teal zone. The escape is through into this green zone.
Oh boy. That's a run and a half. Hmm. I'm assuming we can't just run straight there, yeah?
I mean, we got a Mr. Handy that would probably get an AoE on the side there.
Oh, sure.
I mean, you could run through over this rusty grate that is like spewing steam and mist.
It's probably not safe
It
from
might
my
impede
end.
your vision.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Well, I'm not doing much. Oh man, what a complex situation to find ourselves in. Don't mind phrase it that way.
Yeah, I've got a battle plan.
Twembowie initiative.
The Twembler. Twemberina. Twem. I don't know what I'm saying.
That's okay. As Mr. Handy floats in this direction, somewhat impeded by a broken pipe spewing steam, and as its eye shifts and glows red, it says, "Intruders detected. Time to slice them up." Ho ho ho! And begins to spin its little saw blade. Gets to about here, and it's one half action move. It spends its hold on, wait. So have you guys deployed how you want to be in that zone?
That's where I want to be. Yep.
Beverly Hills, that's where
I'm where I want to be.
I do not want to be in the front, but I don't want to be in the back. So, yeah.
What direction are all y'all running, by the way?
Or
Well, we gotta get in the top left of the map to get out of this map. So,
So you guys want to go up and over? This looks like it could be some difficult terrain. You want to go up and over, up to the top, or are you looking to go like through this down here? I'm pretty much considering this steam shit a no-go area. I don't know if anything's going to gas us. I wasn't here, but I don't want to find out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm going through.
You're going through.
I'll see what happens to Twombly before I go through.
Difficult terrain is less of a concern for me.
Yeah, I'm fine with letting Kimberly go through.
Terrain is less of a concern.
There's science.
Regardless, I think
I
I
think
have no problem with engaging the Mr. Handies and keeping them distracted, especially if Lisa also does the same, while we all make a break for that area.
Okay. So everyone's where they want to be, right?
correct.
All right. Now, Mr. Handy, for the their other half action, they are going to float 10 meters down here and come up in front of Charlie and Lisa.
Well, there goes my plan.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
one more factor here. You see that Mr. Handy seems to have 3 half actions and uses a saw blade against Lisa. Lisa, what is the hardness on your lower body? Rainbow?
I was muted 7.
Okay. All considered, that doesn't get through, but there are scary sparks at Lisa's legs. It's another Mr. Handy's turn. They flick on their flamethrower and declare Overwatch. It is Lisa's turn.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of not much. I'm just gonna hit this thing. There's not much else to do.
Don't burn us.
Kill it.
I
You
bonk
bonk them in the upper body. I believe that gets through their armor. The 4 matches their res. 8 damage gets through. That's your first half action. You've bloodied them. They're having a hard time. Their engine is sputtering. Oh, that's a crit. Now, what result is that? Oh, that's your extra damage. What's the?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you're taking them out either way, but you know, you could figure out what the crit is if you want to.
9 is half movement, which is
Yeah, the engine like sputters a bit as the Mr. Handy clonks down, trashed.
Kill long.
Now that's both of Lisa's half actions. Charlie, it is presently your turn.
Okay, so Mr. Handy all the way on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna target that with my laser rifle.
oof.
Damn, cock back and bust with your laser rifle.
Oh no.
Max roll on a d12.
Hello.
Cut through their armor.
That's a fat.
The
oof.
rip alone overtakes their. So your damage dice is how much vitality they have, but your res gets past. Your rip gets past their res. So you overkill them by 2 as you just draw it up, VAT, and you absolutely scorch into its fuel container, and it explodes. Like,
Nice.
Oh, shit.
like this thing isn't
God.
even. This thing just leaves like scorch
Fuck yeah.
marks and flames and like absolutely like nothing resembling a proper robot anymore. Just bits of it have boinked all around the room, jiggling madly as the physics engine struggles to conceive of what has occurred.
Oh no.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
So Charlie,
Amazing.
now was that an aim and shoot or just a shoot?
Oh, that was just a shoot.
All right, well that's a half action remaining.
Yeah, I'm going to. Is this garbage here?
Yeah. So this is kind of like. All right. So this shit basically treat it all like difficult terrain. You can get under or over it, but this is more or less. Like, this is difficult terrain, this is difficult terrain, that isn't difficult terrain. So more or less, 4 meters of difficult terrain, so it's 8 meters to go from south of this barrel to north of this square. Yes, Rainbow, but also slightly more like...
It's hard to see the grid with all the smoke.
Yeah, I'm just gonna book it over there.
Alright, Charlie runs a bit of a triathlon, hops up and over. There's like a hot pipe, just like steam billowing out of it. It's broken a bit, hinged up here, kind of behind it. If someone was to try and swing on you in melee, you might be able to duck behind this for a very cinematic moment. I doubt that's going to happen, but just keep that in mind. Twembowie.
Right. So now, if I recall, it's been a while. Double movement is an option. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. In that case, assuming nothing really impedes me, I will move part of double of my movement to right up here.
Alright. So it's your turn.
Alright. So that purple square that is
Mm-hmm.
doubled. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So that is what? 2 meters. What? Math. 8. So this is 18. Okay, so 18. 8. So that's my first movement. Is up there. Then, do I have more? I do. Is this smoke here? Is that?
The smoke itself isn't difficult terrain, although it is steam that will, like, if you're standing inside of it, it will obstruct your vision.
Gotcha. I will end my turn here, crouch behind this.
All right, pop a booty on yourself. Mage, it is presently your turn. Presumably
Okay,
you're the one who
I'm
swiped the key card or the holotape because you're at the test.
Yeah, wait, so do I don't need to be here anymore though, do I, right?
The party is presently vamoosing. Yeah, you have no need to be here.
Yeah. Okay, how far I keep forgetting my movement. Bugger. It's like 26. I don't know. Sorry. You know what? I use my movement to tell Lisa and I use my entire turn to tell Lisa and Charlie to both take a shot at this guy.
All right, so that is a half-action command. Both Lisa and Charlie may choose to heed that command, and if so, they get to shoot.
Yes.
Wait, was that a miss?
Yeah.
Oh no, that
Oof.
amazing, like the minigun just like absolutely totals everything around there. There's more pipes just spewing fucking steam as the bullets just absolutely destroy this place. And she is just laying down the fire. If this was a human, they would be shitting themselves, but that's not a feature Robco gave to the Mr. Handy standard model anyway. And
I daka.
yeah, you daka. A whole bunch of rounds downrange. What was that, Greg?
This Robco unit wasn't online for the fear update.
No, it's not.
You can make a shot too, Chief.
Yeah, so Mage used one of her half actions to give Charlie a command to take a half action shot. You can do it or not, but it is just like it doesn't cut into your action economy.
It cuts into mine.
So, would you like to shoot Charlie?
Charlie?
I'm listening to all this. I'm like, oh, that'd be very nice if it applied to me. But it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, because she used one of them on Lisa and the other on you.
Right, I would like to do. Give me 1 second to remember how to. Oh, there's a button that says laser rifle. Fuck. I guess I should have just notched out.
Lucky.
Because I think that fucking breaks my gun now. Hold on.
Hold on. Didn't you guys repair it once?
I repaired it. Yeah.
No, we did.
Yeah, so they fixed up your gun a little. So I think you're now at one condition. But yeah,
Actually, no, I'm at 2 condition. My fault.
All right.
Yeah, I remember that somehow we MacGyvered it to be 3.
Excellent. That's Mage's turn. Felix, it is your turn.
We both miss. Unlucky.
I fired. We missed.
I should have just run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna what the kids call book it. So I'm gonna get like I'm just gonna beeline.
All right. Now, bear in mind there's a large pipe piece here. You will have to difficult terrain to hop over it or plot your course around. Mm-hmm.
I just want to know.
There we go. That's my course.
How much movement do you have, Chief?
I have if I full turn move, I have 56 meters of movement.
Wow. Sure.
So I make this fine.
It's just head down, like.
I just
All
go.
right, so you run through the steam. You're feeling a little bit heated, a little sweaty, a little steamy. We'll have a little sauna bath.
Can I even sweat anymore?
You feel a little like hair nodules left in your head from that Miracle Grow incident, sort of itching.
Ooh.
Listening.
It's a Mr. Handy's turn. That Mr. Handy is dead. It's a Mr. Handy's turn. It's Overwatch didn't get triggered. It's going to move forward, and then it's going to make a flamethrower attack towards Lisa and Mage.
Rolled bad damage.
Yeah,
Okay, make an
both-
agility minus 10 bad to take half damage.
Yeah, both of you make an agility minus 10 bat. As fire just down this corridor.
I should have run!
Wow. Yeah.
All
we
right,
both
so Pat, what are you wearing on your like outer layer? Is it flame proof or is it vulnerable to flame?
I'm wearing with minus the helmet. I'm wearing my enclave armor suit that I painted with sakura flowers.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's not. I was remembering the lab coat. Yeah, so it's not going to burn. That being said, you're still. Both of you are still going to roll me a luck, which is a D10 plus whatever your luck is. Hitting on the money. Very good, Lisa.
My luck is 4.
Oh,
We're just
and
that green.
plus,
All right, you do not burst into flames.
Yay! Oh
That
god.
being said, what is the resistance on your upper body, mage? Sorry, the hardness.
I don't know what mine is.
Is anybody else wearing the enclave armor? Because I've literally never updated mine.
No,
I think the Enclave combat armor was just combat armor.
it is.
It is. Oh.
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, I do not have it.
The combat armor. Is it Mark II combat armor or?
What is it?
So
Is
you
there
want hardness, Lee?
Yeah, hardness, and no, it's not Mark II.
On upper?
Yeah.
4.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Plus
That's
whatever-
8 rip. It splashes against it. That's 1 damage. You have a resistance of 2. It's absorbed by it. Flame licks you at the end, mage, but you are safe in your armor.
Sweet.
Okay.
I've updated that.
All right. It
Bimbo,
is.
is there any chance you could screenshot that and send it to me?
Lisa, it's your turn.
It's just go to the resources channel in Discord, the Green Fear resources, and then the follow armor and stuff is in
Okay,
there.
I'll try and send it.
I can send it to you.
It's also
after.
under
Okay.
handouts, I believe.
Yeah,
Important
the handouts,
links.
important links.
Oh, just barely hit it, but I hit it.
All right, you bonk. Bonk, streets, bonk. All bonk? Always was. You do 9 damage. You move forward, you attack, that's your turn?
Mhm.
Right. Charlie, you see Mr. Handy has just tried to flame the hole where Mage and Lisa was. Lisa seems okay, you don't know what's up with Mage, you don't have line of sight. And Lisa's moved up to bonk a second Mr. Handy. All right, that is. Do you? That's close range. That's within that. Yeah, that's well within 300 meters. And yeah, like Lisa, you're like winding to bash this thing again, and then you see a laser goes in one side of it, out the other side of it, and then its engine just sputters, cuts blank, and pops onto the floor. Like it's donezo.
Beautiful.
Dropping them. I was worried this encounter was going to be too deadly. You guys just dropped them like it's nothing.
Goodness.
Too deadly for the robots, more like.
Oof.
Yeah. That's
Half action, high five, Charlie.
I was curious when the Overwatch would trigger.
Everyone's at full health, right? No, I mean, sorry, nobody's taken damage
No.
during this fight, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow.
No, nobody took any damage yet.
Very happy about that one.
All right. So you guys have found a key in 2 of the 3 rooms. The last room remaining is the storage stacks room. Ooh, it's full of storage.
Oh no.
You guys hear the sounds of explosion and gunfire up above.
Yeah,
Amazing.
that's right.
Viva la revolution.
What's that?
So I guess we go for the last room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the last room as such, but yeah.
The last room to
Last place to check. Yeah.
get the little
Alright.
things
Last
so
room
that we can
matters.
go.
All right. Give me both a agility blending roll and a perception scavenging, because there are cameras around here, but they do have blind spots that you could creep by.
So, yeah,
I'm
think-
the dumb.
I think so. Just one for the whole party, like one of both.
Yeah, I think like
55.
Charlie could lead the group. I'm realizing I don't have
Charlie
Charlie's
could do
token out here.
blending,
I'll
and
fix
then
that.
Sydney
I
could
can do
do
salvaging.
the perception
Okay,
salvaging.
I did the perception salvaging already.
Mm-hmm.
I pass with flying colors. Hopefully.
All right, yeah. And did someone do the sneaky sneak roll?
Charlie.
Blending agility with all your bonuses for a facility type area. Charlie, you are in like a weird bunkerish system beneath a mall. All right.
Extras, quite a few bonuses to that too.
Yeah. So Charlie manages to guide the group under the cameras. Bolchup. Good news, bad news.
Good news, bad news.
Good news. You find the last holotape key needed to lift the lockdown. Bad news.
Nice.
It is utterly destroyed, impaled by a railway spike.
What?
Good news, you find a General Atomics electronic defense diagnostic toolkit. It is the size of a toolbox, and you open it up, and it's got like jumper cables and weird cords and cables that you're meant to plug into something.
Yes, jumper cables.
Often
That's
used
pretty
when you're setting up your ADT. Yeah. But yeah, so that is what you have found, and you definitively know that there are only 2 of the 3 holotapes or holo keys remaining to lock down the laser hallway and open the pathway to the locked door ahead. Do you guys return to the intersection?
Yes.
Sure, I guess.
He keeps one on him. Yeah. I believe. Yeah. That's what he said.
They did say that.
So probably not gonna find the last one on him.
Well, if there's something
Or
I know,
last one.
it's that if you have 2 out of 3, you can just kind of guess the third one, right?
Well,
Is that how this works?
These sound more like like keys for like Doom doors kind of deal.
So there's like a metal inset into a concrete wall ahead of the laser hallway. It has 3 slots that you could jam a holotape key into, and there's also like screws on this paneling. If someone were to make, I don't know, an agility repair benefiting from conservative stripper, they could take off the facing and look behind.
My goodness.
Oh whoa, let me do
Sounds like
this.
a job for one
So-
person in particular.
Yeah, that was agility. Agility repair
Yeah.
or okay. So 51. 81.
All right. Why is it not? Roll 20. Let me see my shit.
No, you're not allowed.
Nice.
So I don't fail.
All right. So you pop it out. You guys see inside rows of crudely lined up but well seated vacuum tubes and some crude circuitry. You see that all 3 of them are a reader on an independent system locked up to 1. It seems to be an AND gate. And all 3 of them need to be sending the proper signal. You have 2 proper signals and a third. Now, does anybody who has, I don't know, computers or digital or whatever the fuck that skill is called anymore, make me a perception that skill when they look at this?
I mean, I got some.
I
Good
feel like we
shit.
have 2 people for that, yeah.
Yeah, both
we do.
both Mage and Felix can take a look in there.
Indeed.
All right, do you want
I
a
believe-
perception digital?
Yeah.
Let me see. Perception for me is 33, and digital is plus 20, so it would be 53. But then don't I have something that gives me
It's
a
your
bonus
primary, right?
to- Yes.
Then it's another plus 10.
Yikes.
It's gonna come down to you because Felix has no idea what the fuck he's looking
maybe.
at.
Well, I think I win.
Oh yeah, no, Mage. You realize that as long as you were to just sort of like put a bobby pin with the plastic tips pulled off, like right between two little coils, you would actually force it to send the signal. It would probably fry the system after more than a second of contact, but as long as you time it well, you'll at least have turned off the laser hallway.
So, like, the laser hallway is like a hallway of lasers? Like
Yes. Like, imagine a
I'm just
James
making
Bond
sure
movie.
it's not him just naming it the laser hallway, and then it's literally just like a big metal door.
No, you can see it. There's like lasers all over this hallway. If you walk through them, they will hurt you.
Okay.
My character's just like, oh hey, it's just like back in the vault when we wanted to slip past security and get into the kitchen. I know how to do this.
All right, yeah. The lasers turn off, and the locked doorways. The furthest one out opens up. Do you guys proceed towards the jankdom?
Yes.
I cock my gun. Let's do this.
Do you even have a gun
Friends.
anymore?
No, I don't know.
Does it look like we could potentially like harvest a laser emitter on our way through?
might wanna do that after the
If you
Yeah,
want,
we're kind of time pressed.
you're
Well, we got a time.
not in the amount of time that you have to spend.
Yeah.
Maybe after.
On the way back, though, hey, this thing belongs to us. Killing people is how you take their positions, right?
Lisa's like, that does seem
It's a
logical.
way.
My understanding about human society on the surface at the moment is a little rudimentary, so that's what I've gathered.
All
thus
right,
far.
friends.
Survival of the fittest.
You
From
find
my
your-
own study, I would agree.
Yeah, so you guys see you're in sort of like almost like an airlock or a security cycler of some sort. There's a control panel in here.
Survival of the fittest, just like Lady Darwin once said.
All right, Felix, you step in. Mage?
I mean,
I'm assuming
come on, no.
Pat, you can play later if you don't want to go inside.
And I mask up as a precaution.
All right, mask up. There's a
up.
door that seems to cycle this area.
I mean, press the button.
Button. Button boy.
Boo. Boo. Yeah.
I believe we should proceed with caution, friends.
So the door says cycling air, and some janky-looking mist begins to emerge from below. Some of it green, some of it orange. It's a bit.
I put my helmet on.
Yeah, it's a little hard on the throat if for anybody who's not wearing like a gas mask or something. You cough a
can I
little
try
bit.
I mean, does it look dangerous? I'm gonna try to force the door open in front of us.
I mean, it looks colored. Like it looks colorful. It doesn't look inherently dangerous. People cough a little if they don't have a gas mask on. You can
does
just
that hurt
you can
anybody?
just give me a strength bat minus 30. Just rip open the door.
Minus 30.
Yep.
I do it. Wait, flat string? Ah, no.
Were you doubled at the time?
No.
Would you double to do it?
Sure.
All right, roll me a d4.
Ooh, that's not bad.
You're at 9 strain going in.
Pretty good.
Hey, 6 vitality, 9 strain.
And you're already doubled for the
Game.
encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the door is wrenched open.
about this room really gassed you up.
The air filtering through goes away after a little bit. If there is any negative repercussions to it, you haven't felt them yet. And you step out into a very extensive room with 2 layers. And at the far end, yeah, well, there's a second like story like around the edges, which seems to have some sort of like rails along them. And at the very edge, you see
Jesus.
a Protectron that looks a lot like the ones that you saw earlier, but it's got like a badge pinned to its chest. And on its front plate, it has Sheriff Tron written. And weirdly, it also has the logo of West Side Automatics on it.
What?
That's weird. I heard about one of these running a town up in New Vegas.
No. He's dead.
Wait. West Side Automatics. What is that?
That's where we got all the goons.
That's the business where you took all of your Protectrons from.
Oh, right.
You also see a fairly sophisticated radio setup here, not unlike the one you found in the Enclave hideout. A fire extinguisher, some lab stuff, and some general working things up around the Sheriff Tron that seems to be plugged into the electronics around here.
Huh.
I think that's a wall, but
Yeah, no, I got you. So there's a wall above us, or is that? Sorry,
Generally,
Yeah,
ceilings are above us.
there's
Right.
there's like a second level here.
This is like a
There is
a
second
one-story high wall, and there's a second
Yeah.
level that you can see beyond that. It looks like it's got some rail tracks on it.
Huh?
I cannot kill this goddamn
I would say that the two ghouls would see that
Can I
the
come
rail
over here?
tracks, to you, they don't look like full rail tracks. They look a lot more like, you can go over there, they look a lot more like the sort of things you would see like where there's like a small tram, or almost like when there's like a kiddie train, like an amusement park. Yep. Yes, Pat? You want to climb a chain?
Yeah, to get here-ish.
Okay, you gotta have to like also swing. I would say combined strength agility bat. Or combined actually test cat.
No.
You try and swing like Tarzan and wind up face first on a rusty grate. Twembly, did you enter the room?
Ouch.
I clean this workshop.
I'm too
very
dumb.
good questions. I will. I
Felix
thought
and
we
Sydney,
were
you
talking
find things kind of like smokestacks here. They definitely seem to be lined with like soot and suggestions of flame.
Can't claim
here
that.
and take cover.
Charlie, you see like the camp setup, so you can now place and build items in this area.
God.
How much wood do you have in your inventory?
How much wood? Can a woodchuck check?
I'm memeing.
Woodchuck attack wood.
So,
Hold on, let me check my pants.
all right, so you guys,
God, um,
as you get about here, stop moving. You guys hear a bit of like a sharp whistling sound.
Does it sound like a train whistle?
Oh,
It does.
No.
does it sound like Pat every night? Okay, no, okay.
Lee, trains are the one thing I did in my Fallout campaign. How dare you steal this from me?
Wait,
No,
I-
it doesn't look like a full train though. As it emerges, it looks more kind of like a plastic but reinforced with metal thing that you would expect to be like in an area. Now that you think about it, the court did have like a miniature train set up that had all been stripped
That
out.
makes perfect sense.
Is this the train to Imagination Land?
You also see someone aboard this train. They have a janky bit of an outfit on and a railway rifle cocked. And you hear over the radio, "Fools! You enter the sanctum of the jankinist unprepared."
Actually, I think he might be unprepared because you can't cock a railway rifle. That's not how the action works.
It's fine.
He's gonna shoot you first. But he says, "I see that you have all fallen for my mild-mannered mercantile persona, when in fact I, the jankinist, have been behind the machines of the wasteland all along. And if you need any more proof," he gesticulates to Sheriff Tron, "the bots you're trying to use against me are about to engage in a very true flag operation once the signal is through. But beyond that, I have unlocked the secret to ancient communist machines, and will soon rain liberation down upon this capitalist hellscape. Face me,
What?
scions of the West, and let us battle." And you hear
Imagine that the kitty train is the ancient communist machine he's cabined out.
you guys hear the slurping of a metallic sphincter 4 times around the room. And did you hear that same thwapping sound alongside like a bit of a flaming noise? And you see jank bots begin to emerge.
Someone's been playing Automatron.
What? Those aren't jank bots. Huh?
Oops.
Jank bots, which are a convincing simulacrum of the party.
Oh God.
I mean, if there's like a metallic copy of my face, I am 100% going handsome Jack up in here.
Everything I thought it was gonna be.
Lee,
literally
blast this track. I will modulate my own master fucking volume.
What's more, you do know that several of these stacks, begin to burn and jut flames.
All right, noted. Don't hide there.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking
So,
God.
yeah, welcome to the Jankdom. Everybody pop up your initiatives on the board.
Yo, roll y'all's initiatives.
Oh shit, I'm too distracted.
Oh no, it wasn't good. I'm scared. MC Ride.
Mr. Grips, please.
Mr. Grips, don't throw me off the stage.
Alright. Alright.
It
So,
is beyond me that you don't smoke.
this is just my mind. So, the Jankinist aims and fires his railway rifle at Lisa.
Where do I even put my turn tracker? Like, there's nowhere in this map that I don't want to see right now.
Oh, fuck. Why am I getting
On boost?
That's at Lisa.
Oh, what does rending do?
It ignores resistance.
Yeah.
So,
like all resistance?
no,
Or
rending
resistance?
2 is how much resistance it ignores.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. You have 6. You have a functional 4 on that.
Yeah.
So, that is a hit to your upper body. How much hardness do you have on your upper body?
Hardness or stopping? Hardness?
Hardness. It's a fucking railway spike.
Oh, 9.
All right. It probably tinks off you then. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it does.
The Jankinist then on the Jankinist turn, the Jank train pulls him forward. So long as the Jank train is moving the Jankinist, ranged attacks against him are a -20.
I am terrified.
I'm not gonna be able to shoot that.
Minus 20.
I'm not gonna be able to hit.
Yeah, -20. No one stops the Jank train. It is.
I mean, that's
It's Mage's turn. Mage.
Yes.
Can I go mad from the revelation?
that happened
Gain 2
like
insanity points.
that already happened on the shore back at the
Yeah.
facility. I'll tell you.
All right, so I'm gonna try something saner this time. How sturdy are these support beams that you've demonstrably put on this map? Could I climb up one of those?
Yeah, they have several handholds. It would be counted as super difficult terrain, so it would cost you 4 times the square to get up one.
I'm doing it. I pop up here.
All right. So that's a half action move. You can get there.
Yeah. All right.
All right, you're up. You're up by the rails.
I say, Lisa, shoot this crazy person!
I do that.
All right. Okay, so yeah, use that. All right, and to clarify, are you firing on the Jankinist or the Jank train?
I mean, she said shoot the guy, right? So I shoot the guy.
All right. -20 on your shot, but you still get to shoot him.
I still hit like. So is it a degree of success per hit? Right? Yeah. So so I can do 3 more. Right? 30, 40. Yeah. Cool.
All right.
I mean, yeah, when you have auto 30.
You hit him in the upper body. The Jankinist's armor seems to have some pretty good stopping on it.
I see.
So let me just do some really quick math.
Dude, did you like get Cole to mix this for you? Like, what the shit are we listening?
No.
Is this something that actually just exists in the world?
Pat, Pat, I will show you a world after this game
Yeah,
if you
you-
want to talk
you-
about
you-
like matchups.
You tag the Jenkinist. He's pretty badly hit.
Nice.
Yep. It is. So that was Mage's whole turn. It is now the Jankbot Swarm's turn.
Oh, Bliot.
This Jankbot spends both of its half actions floating towards Lisa. This one does the same.
Wow.
Meanwhile, this Jankbot is going to fire its shrapnel cannon at Sydney.
No.
Missing terribly as shrapnel flies everywhere. It's then going to half-action move up right behind Swembly. This
Nice
one
knowing you
is
all.
going to half-action move and then shrapnel cannon fire on Felix.
Monka. Oh, it does piss damage.
Yeah,
Never
so
mind.
what is the stopping in your head, Max?
Nothing.
Okay, thankfully, as less ripped than you ever as. So yeah, you take 1 damage as like what's left of your ear gets sliced a little.
I'm like,
Here's the thing about
Here's my
at the end of the Jankbot's turn, 4 more Jankbots emerge through the holes.
I hope the Jankbots are weak as shit.
Yeah, I mean they do.
Nobody shot anyone yet.
A D4 damage with 2 rip. Yeah, they're pretty.
Well,
weak.
yeah, but I'm also talking about health-wise. Like, they better be like
It-
one-shot kills.
It literally cannot hurt me. So.
All right,
Yeah, but-
Charlie,
Not
it is your turn, and you are a little jarred by his mention of raining down communist robots. That might jar your memory a little, actually. Jog it even. But yeah, it's your turn,
God.
Greg.
Okay, so how tall is this wall? How high is this thing again?
It's like a single story, like 2 meters or so. You can climb up it as part of a movement, if you would like. It is just costs like 8 meters.
Yeah.
No, shit.
It costs you 4 times movement. This track is ridiculous.
It's beautiful. It is amazing. I love it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So is it possible? Could I like? How does that thing where I overclock my leg work?
You take I think you take 1d4 vitality damage, and then you get to like boost the fuck out of your agility.
I thought it took psyche damage.
No,
No,
not,
oh my
not for the
blood.
leg.
It boils his blood, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I think it doubles your movement if you're looking to get more movement.
I was not.
He wants to get up there.
He is up there.
Wow.
Honestly.
Hmm?
Can I declare Overwatch?
It's a full action to declare Overwatch.
Okay.
You could shoot at a Jankbot if you want.
If I were overclocked my leg to get up here, can I declare Overwatch?
No.
No, because you still used half an action to get up here. So it takes your half action. Even if it gives you more movement, you're still...
Yeah, the rainbow's right.
I mean, there's a Jankbot on Twemley. You can just shoot it. It's like...
Yeah.
Don't miss.
I mean, if you hadn't gone here, if you had ended your turn here, you could probably still shoot him.
No. I want to be there. I'll shoot a Jankbot that's by 20.
All right. That is a hit. You blow out its core. It hits the ground, junked.
Cow.
All right, that's your turn.
Yep.
All right, Lisa.
Yeah, so... It's 8 meters of movement to get up this? I actually have
Correct.
exactly enough. I have exactly... Let me do this again. I can actually just get it right up beside him. So here's a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to stop the train?
Oh,
Here's a better question.
Mhm.
Can I try to just pull him out of the train?
He is well secured. He is well secured in the jank train. You could, if you managed to crit the jank train, you might stop it.
Okay, but like, can I make some kind of attempt to just like pull him out of it? Like,
He is too well secured.
well secured.
He's wearing his seatbelt, Lisa.
Impossible. Ah,
He's
security.
a communist. He thought about this.
God damn it.
Damn.
I'm just gonna hit him.
Disgusting.
Whatever.
All right. And are you attacking him or the jank train?
Him. I'm attacking him.
All right, that's a -20.
Okay, so 120 target number. Wow. Who fucking cool.
All right, you bonk him in the head.
Nice.
Hardness of 6.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I think
the
I conditioned
pen,
damage.
that's the
Fuck you,
rip.
but-
Then that goes 10.
it's danger you have to pay.
Yeah.
That goes 10. That goes
Lee's like, did you just one shot my boss? Wait.
10 goes 4.
Amazing.
I am perfectly okay with that if you do.
That's so anticlimactic if I did.
No, don't worry, Rainbow. Not only is he up at 1, you hear a sound as some sort of auto injector goes off, putting a stim pack straight into his arm.
Ah,
Oh
Unfortunate.
my god!
he full revived. Unlike
We are stealing that. That's
All
not
right.
one we
That's-
want.
All right, so it is Sydney's turn.
Battle.
Sydney, it is your turn. Welcome to the Jankdom. Are you enjoying your stay?
Wait, actually, this is a pretty big. Oh my god, to zoom out so far to see distance. This is a pretty big room, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is.
Oh god, I can't really shoot that well at him because I only have 100 meters of shoot bang.
If you aim, then you know. But
Sure.
if you're trying to hit him, that's still a -20. You can't
I
just shoot the train
know.
though.
I will move to that barrel. That barrel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get some distance.
When you're literally faster than the train.
Shh. And I'm gonna shoot at that bot down there that just popped up, so he doesn't eat the Twemblies.
All right, pop him your shot.
And then I think
That's a hit for
half range.
it's within half. You it blows up. You left click and it becomes dead. And this one seems to its junk seems to clog the tubes. You know, it's not like a big. The internet's not a dump truck, right? It's a series of tubes.
Series of tubes. The internet is not. Yes. Well, that is my turn.
All right, so Sydney, that's your turn.
Yes.
Felix, it's your turn. You feel like things are about to heat up in the Jankdom. How do you make your play?
I'm scared.
All right, so here's a question that it's gonna have answers, hopefully. There's a line that one could draw from me through to Jankbots.
If you overcome their stopping with 2 penetration left, the bullet goes through.
All right, I know what I must do.
Collateral.
Here's the thing: how do you brace your weapon?
On the ground. I'm going prone, baby.
That's a double stance change. You'll have to spend a half action.
Shit.
Actually, I think I've let people drop prone before. Fuck it, you can drop prone for free.
Awesome. All
Hell
right,
yeah.
I'm prone. I'm going to aim and fire.
You're pro. They're also
As
floating
the
over
cool
the
kids
ground,
do.
but you know the line still works out. All right.
Don't do as much damage as I would have liked, but you know.
Roll me a second damage.
Oh no.
Okay, cool. You explode both of the jank bots.
Yes.
Pog.
Log.
The second
Actual
one, though, not as fully penetrated, does swerve for a little bit and fall out of the path of this hole.
I just had the best idea. Oh my god.
Understandable.
Understandable. Have a nice
Fuck.
day.
All right, so Felix, that was your whole turn. Twembly, your turn.
Wembley's shook. He's having as little do with this as possible. So I am just gonna move up here next to Mage.
Mm-hmm. Now you're gonna are you like clambering on the wall?
Am I? Because is that a wall? Oh, okay. This brown thing is a wall, yes?
This is a wall. Yes.
Oh,
This is the second layer. Yeah. This is like a 4 out.
How did they get there?
They climbed.
Oh,
It's 8 meters.
Takes 4 times movement to get up.
let me double check. Oh, measure. My total movement is 26 in one move. So 60. Yeah, so I've got 10 left. I can do it.
All right, where do you put yourself?
Well, I was hoping I have some cover behind that.
All right, no, but if you're crouched, to clarify, your movement is halved, so you'll have to stand up for this.
I'll run and jump at the wall and use it to clamber up. And now, not really understanding this map, I can place myself here.
If you
yes,
did that,
because
you
it's-
would be hanging off the side of a wall, and you couldn't shoot a
Okay,
two-handed weapon.
I'll go. Well, I'm not using a two-handed weapon.
All right.
I'm handing Mage the thermos of that white flammable stuff.
Okay.
Wait, what? You're giving me a bomb?
Oh
you know
no!
how this ends.
What's going on here?
I'm
You've
willing to
just
take
been
that
missed.
risk because he's shook. He's like,
This is
no,
a risk of
No,
robots,
I'll
no.
use it.
All right. So it becomes the Jenkinist's turn. As a free action, he kicks a lever, and the jank train punches into overdrive. Lisa, would you like to spend a half action from your next turn to op attack the jank train?
The train itself?
Yes.
Nah.
All right. He disappears around the corner, and to some people, he reappears. And he is going to aim and shoot down the tracks at a certain ghoul.
How far does he get?
Bummer. I don't know.
Now, although, hold on, 52 meters means that he's operating at like a minus 30 on a shot, but he still hits.
That's still my commander.
All right. Now, what is the hardness on your lower body?
Three.
Okay, that's good. That knocks out his penetration and his rip, which is good for you. You feel a sudden shocking pain as a motherfucking railway spike embeds itself in your fucking leg. Its surrounding property ignores 2 of your 3 points of resistance, and this basically leaves it at just his straight damage coming against your vitality, hitting you for 10. You are up at 3. On the Jankinist's turn, some flames also begin to emerge. This one next to you, Max, grows larger. And this one down below begins to burn as well, pushing up over the grates. This
like
one
any
pops
of this.
open, and a little flame comes through the grates. Sydney, a barrel down from you pops on fire, and so does something down here.
No.
And then this one gets even larger, and second verse same as the first. So yeah, it looks like the flames are expanding. It is Mage's turn, and by the way, you guys do hear a blinking sound a blooping sound coming from the radio setup you talked about earlier. Mage, it's your turn.
So I just got handed a white thing that I know is entirely too flammable.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I think it's intended to be used for like breathing fire, but I don't know if that's a trick that you know.
It's a thermos that contains that white stuff.
Yeah,
I don't think she knows about the fire breathing part, I
I
know
don't
she
know
knows
anything
what's
about fire
inside of it.
breathing, but I know how to blow things up. I like doing it, actually, I found. Makes me feel powerful. I want
You know it's all.
to,
Monka.
Monka giggle.
so it's in a thermos. It's just a liquid straight up in a thermos. This is not going to make a bomb unless I do
Ignite
something.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
you know that in this state, exposure to oxygen can do it.
Really? Is that? Holy shit!
Hell,
I'm scared.
I
Now,
want to roll
call an
it
exorcist.
down.
your enemy is presently 42 meters away.
I want to roll it down the train tracks.
All right, and do you want
Call the fucking exorcist.
do you do anything to prime it, or do you just roll it?
Please, is rolling it going to be a half action?
Yeah.
Then no.
All right, we'll say the roll gets it here.
It's going to be a very important roll, though. There's no way I can do this on theoretical so that I can re-roll if I fuck it up, is there?
Nope.
Okay.
Unless, what do you want to do? Do you want to shoot it,
Away.
or do you want to arrange it such that the jank train will crush it?
I want to.
Roll me a
That's a good
perception
point.
augmented physical to use your physics nerd knowledge to figure out the ideal way to do this, and it will give you a bonus. Or what
Okay. My perception is, of course, 33.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretical is my major. Biological is, in particular, my major, but I'm also pretty good at physical, which gives me a 1. You know,
All right,
bonus.
so then that's your target is 53.
Probably miss it still.
Yeah. All right. You don't have any
What's the bonus
special
you gave
physics
you?
insights. You could just. I mean, do you want to just shoot it, or?
What I'm planning on doing, Lee, is tossing it down in the way of the train and then having, on my second turn, Charlie shoot it for me.
Okay, so you're gonna throw it, and you're gonna ask Charlie to pop this shot.
Yeah,
All right.
because I can't shoot.
All right, Charlie.
Charlie can.
Charlie.
Really roll. Oh! I didn't shoot it down the track!
Wait, that's your
Wait,
roll.
what are you rolling for? What?
I rolled to throw it.
All right, so it gets it's gonna get like 20 meters. The thermos is like here. It's like banging around the track. You think that on its own it will intercept and explode with the jank train, but you can't spend a half action asking Charlie to shoot it.
No. I was assuming that I could get it actually to the train. If Charlie, if it's that far away, I'm going to say, "Hey, Charlie, do you know the term duck and cover?"
it's my favorite book.
All right, so what? Wait, so
Might wanna-
Wait a minute.
okay, so you're gonna use a half action to give him movement.
1 second, though. Shoot it.
I'm gonna. Well, no, I'm gonna use my. Oh, sorry, Greg. Are you speaking?
Yeah. If we do shoot it and it explodes, we can assume there would be some debris and/or damage to the track, correct?
I mean, possibly. We've only ever seen this thing like light on fire. We haven't really seen it blown up. Like we just know it's like it seems to be like some sort of like gasoline. So like we don't know if it'll blow up. You know.
But you do know that these are plastic rails. It looks like they could melt at a proper temperature.
Oh.
Possible.
Well, Greg, I'm actually asking your input. Should we shoot it now, or let the jank train blow itself up on it?
I mean, it might not blow up on it if it's just a liquid. You roll over a can of gas and you just get gas everywhere.
Okay.
Well, this isn't really gas, though. It's more of a self-igniting napalm, if I recall. Is that white stuff from that facility?
It's a
I don't know.
it's a tallow-based jet fuel.
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, I'm under the
self-igniting.
opinion that jet fuel can melt steel beams, and these are plastic. So,
Wow.
Charlie, do we
Imagine.
light it up now or later?
I mean, you're the one giving. He does. It's not his turn.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
it's up to you. You lighted it down.
Well, if this is not going to, Lee, as a scientist, I would know. Is this going to make a very massive explosion, or is this going to start a fire that will melt?
It will be.
The
There will be some like explosion of like the shrapnel of the thermos, but it will mostly be like the heat and sudden intense flames in the area that will fuck with shit.
I think I want sudden and intense flames under the frame. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, for my next half action, I'm going to say, "Hey, Charlie. Actually, no. For my next half action, I'm going to. I'm going to say, Charlie. Duck and cover, and if you can, convince this guy to come forward towards us."
All right. So Charlie, you gain a half-action move from that command.
Okay. So I'll go here and
Honestly, smart. Yeah, that's the smart thing.
miss me. Even though
Even though your leg is bleeding, with evidence that you in fact did not miss
I'll
it.
just lift over. Like, missed.
Amazing. Alright, so that's Mage's turn. So the jank bots. The two closest to Sydney begin making a weird beeping noise as they fly up towards him.
Oh no.
Yep.
Hello?
Yep.
Oh god, I'm about to see you guys.
It was as knowing you.
It was.
This one floats up next to Lisa and point blank shrapnel cannons.
Wait, they can just float up the second level?
They fly. They're flying.
Okay.
And it actually misfires itself and explodes. Make me an agility -10.
I mean,
Amazing.
Bots are so jank.
wow. I mean, I do it still because my agility is 70 right now.
Oh god.
All right, you take half of a mighty that which your chest ignores. Yeah, that's the jank bot. That's that jank bot's go.
You know what? I don't even try to dodge.
This jank bot zooms across the field, and as we roll another d4, we see that 4 more jank bots would come up, but one of them has a blocked passage.
Why do we keep getting 4? Oh,
It's not good for them.
God. I have a plan. I have a massive brain plan though.
All right.
I also have a massive brain plan. I'm gonna shoot the one in the chute near me so that that chute stops making them.
All right, Charlie, it is your turn.
Help. I'm gonna die.
I declare Overwatch.
All right, when are you gonna? What's gonna trigger your Overwatch?
The train. So if the train gets over this, I will shoot it. If the train, for one reason or another, speeds up and gets like within physical proximity to me, I'm gonna kick that motherfucker.
All right. Oh my god, amazing.
My original plan was I thought the train was gonna be moving a whole lot faster, so I was gonna like drag and kick him from like stare down the train as it came.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
amazing.
But it turned out the train was moving a whole lot slower, and I just got shot in the fucking leg instead.
All right, so it is Lisa's turn. It is speeding up. It looks like he's pushed the pedal to the metal.
So I just had a giga brain idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll come up here, right? And this is like
you have to
a
do the
straight
dark
line,
flap
right?
corner. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So I started charging my laser.
Amazing. She's charging her laser. She's charging her motherfucking laser. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is gonna be amazing. Sydney, it is your turn.
If you want to be on rails, shit.
Oh, bro.
Wait, Lee, how did you miss this? It's amazing.
Oh no.
Sydney, we
She's been fully converted at this point.
yeah, the virus is
Yes.
we gotta throw her out with the bunch.
I need to be exterminated.
Alright, so
It's
Sydney,
too late for her. Lee's gotten 2 goals.
I can move away from these things and not get turned into
It's contagious.
a crater, right?
they might get to try and do something for it with their next half action, which isn't going to matter because they're going to blow up soon anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess. Best idea would probably be to run through. Just go straight there. What's 26 and 20? That is less than 26 and 26. So using.
Alright, using all your movement and risking an op from both
all
the jank
my
bots.
movement. Yeah, going straight through to there.
Yo, what if they both make shoot?
Neither of them managed to hit you. As they
Okay.
sort of clunkily, they actually like slam into each other, and their self-destructs go off prematurely combined, just sort of like scorching this area.
Oh, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to get blown up. But yes, I end turn there, crouched.
Okay, do you try and like examine like the console or anything?
Yes, I didn't know if I could do that this turn.
All
or
right.
next turn.
Well, you do see subsidiary units order received, awaiting new command.
Gotcha.
It is
radio.
Felix's turn. Felix?
All right, Felix is getting real fucking tired of these jank bots. So he's gonna shoot the one in the vent right here, hoping to block the vent in the process.
Pop your shot.
Aiming and firing.
You hit, you destroy it, and it does indeed manage to block the passageway, and doesn't seem like more are going to be coming out of that tube.
So right now,
Nice.
I believe I actually have about 150% accuracy because I've for 2 shots I've hit 3 enemies.
Give
my
him
God.
a good bot ball, as they say.
Actual cheating.
All right, so Felix, that's you aimed and shot. That's your turn.
Yep.
Felix, sorry, Twembly.
Me again. Oh boy.
I'm
Terrible.
I mean, like, just because my face is all messed up does not make me a ghoul. Not
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
You're a ghoul.
Wow, are you saying ghouls' faces are all messed up?
He is.
Oh my God.
I think you should
All
get offended.
Continue.
Does it? Can I? It costs me extra movement to go down this wall. How high is this?
It's like a story. It's not going to hurt you to fall.
Cool.
You want to drop?
In that case, yes, I would like to, if I may, use all of my my movement in a double move. Yeah.
I'm going to have to drop straight down.
I have a total of 52 movement, so depending on how
Trying to hang
I
out
would
with me.
do this, I can get right next to Sid.
Not. You have to move straight down for your drop, which will
Yeah,
cost.
so if we
40.
do this, and then do.
The issue is you begin to have to run over.
Yeah, see, I can get.
Yeah, avoid the flame. Okay, yeah, so you get right next to Sydney. That's
Yeah.
your turn. It is
Yep.
the Jankinist's turn. The Jankinist is accelerating, not aware of what this thing is going to do. As they're accelerating, the fires continue to have a very exciting series of burns. And so now the first one... actually, no, the second one is... There's a fire that pops up right next to Felix.
Oof.
There's a fire that
Well, not right next to him,
expands
the one that's closer to me.
near Felix. There's a fire that pops up here. And there's a fire that pops up here. And the Jankinist's jank train accelerates right over this and pops up Charlie's Overwatch. Give me that shot, Charlie. And it's also been placed perfectly by Mage. So you're going to get a plus 20 on top of being close range, so plus 30 overall. hitting for max damage, beautifully,
Hell
beautifully expanding the white gunk that just burns all over and melts the train onto the tracks.
Oh.
Fire comes up around the Jenkinist on either side. And he has to deal with the burning.
Burns.
I believe we must introduce him to the concept of the Disco Inferno.
Amazing.
Yeah, so
I say,
witnessing all
enjoy
this.
your metal coffin.
Witnessing all this, he does two things. He pushes a button on some sort of like remote control he has, and Sydney and Twembley see kill protocol activated, all units on kill protocol, and then he begins to try and get out of the straps that he's in, and he's untied himself, but he was very well secured. So at the end of his turn, he's still there. It is Mage's turn.
Well, shit. So what else is going on down here? And
You can't see the screens or anything. You just see that Sydney and Twembley are over there next to the sheriff bot.
Okay. So if memory serves, I don't personally have a bomb. I gave them all away. Kind of a dumb thing to do, considering I'm a fucking grenade maker.
Dangerous person with bombs.
I mean, if you say so.
Yeah, you guys do have quite a few. Didn't you hand out frag grenades across the team?
Not
I
to
did.
her, I don't think.
I,
I think most people have one frag grenade, and Lisa has two.
yeah. Hey.
I don't think I have one.
I didn't record one, so assume she still has it.
I say Charlie. Oh wait, hey, wait, sorry. You did not take one of my grenades.
I don't have one recorded down, so assume
Then
you
I
still
still
have
have yours. Okay, cool. I say, hey Charlie. Remember that grenade I gave you? Doesn't now seem like a great time to use it? I'll use mine if you use yours.
Amazing, amazing. Both of you pop a grenade.
What the fuck?
Let me check really quick the Fallout weapons.
It's SB times 3 is distance.
Oh.
If I have any bonus to this at all, like even if it's 1, I'm going to hit. If it's not just like pure strength skill,
No, you're
I
gonna hit.
hit.
Greg, roll me. What's the number on your Molotov? Let me check that. You don't have a Molotov button, do you? What's your strength, Charlie?
I love throwing things up.
My strength is a 20.
What's your agility?
30.
30. What's your marksmanship?
1.
All right, so 40. So roll me a d8 5 times.
Me?
No, Charlie.
Never mind.
Okay. So the grenade goes back, goes up and to the right, and goes back down, and then right here. So Charlie's grenade bounces around, winds up right here. Pat's winds up right here. For both of you, the damage on a motherfucking frag grenade. We've looked this up before, right? Does anybody fucking have this shit?
The damage for the frag grenade?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was like 12d6.
No, it's not even close to that. What the? It's not in the Fallout thing. That's why you can't find it in there.
It's gotta be out of weapons. Fuck.
Yes, it is. It does 1d6 damage and 3d8 rip.
All right, 1d6 and 3d8 from both of you guys.
All right, 1d6. Oops.
And do you both have strength 15 at least?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if ghouls. Y'all weak as fuck. That's 2 psyche to whoever gets hit.
It's not 3d6, it's 3d8 on the rip.
Yeah, 3d8. Yeah, just roll.
Why does your game use so many dice?
It's the same amount as most tabletops.
That is true. 100%.
At least you're not rolling 8d6 or something.
I'm honestly like, completely what's the term? Seduced by the alien RPG system.
But Charlie, could you roll me a d6 followed by 3d8?
He did.
He did?
Stuff up there.
Oh wow, he
It's
rolled
right
his
above.
first, didn't he? I'm very dumb.
3 and then 13, and then 1 and then 19.
3 and 13.
And then 1 and 19 for mages.
I can't imagine there's a way that he survives both of those frags going off on him at the same time. The Jankinist sort of like melts and burns and is blown apart in his armor. The Jank train itself is like severed in half. It's submerged in this burning gunk, as is he. And yeah, you hear horrible screams over the radio before he dies. That was your whole turn, Mage. It's now the Jankbot's turn. This Jankbot comes right up next to Trembly and Sydney and activates its self-destruct. It is going to bomb on its next turn. This Jankbot moves over here and does the same thing. This Jankbot is going to move up to here and fire at Twembley. It misses. 3 more Jankbots are ready to deploy, but only 2 of them can come out. This one floats up behind Lisa and point-blank shrapnel cannons at her as she charges her laser, not even hitting her. And this one is going to fly over here and fire point-blank at Twembley, which will hit for 1 damage to his lower body. How much hardness is on your lower body?
Seven.
Yeah, it bumps off. Charlie, it is presently your turn.
Okay, so this junk bot over here. What's the distance on that?
Well, this one is destroyed.
Oh, that one's destroyed.
Yeah, sorry, I should have had an X on it.
Oh, it's destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah, so these are the jank bots that are alive.
Man, I mean, I have the moves. Oh.
Well, you have line on one of them.
I have a line on all of them now, but I have to move for it, which kind of, it's not how I want to live my life all the time. But I'm gonna take a. Ouch. At least I don't break my gun anymore.
Do you have any moxie?
Miss a little. You melt something. Honestly, I'm gonna say that Charlie and Mage both get 1 moxie.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
All right, that's Charlie's
Nice.
turn. Unless you want to hang on to that, Mox, you want to spend it now?
I'll hang on to it, but they're about to explode in the turn,
Yeah. All right, it's Lisa's turn. Lisa, your laser is fully charged. You've seen that this has exploded, but
Can I change directions with it?
You still hear something burn. Yeah, you could. You could just flip around.
I still hear what? Sorry?
You still hear some sort of like beeping coming from its like the burning and melting metal and plastic.
Oh,
That's not good.
Fire.
I mean,
Do it.
what? Like, is this wall? Is this wall here just made of like sheet steel or something? Like,
Yeah, you could just pop a hole in that metal wall if you want.
kind of in the way, Assembly.
I am okay.
I mean, you
he's
just
an
gonna,
ability boy,
are you gonna turn like 80 degrees to your right and just pop a hole right through this wall into these enemies?
Nah, that's.
I'm
I'll just go.
sure I
I'll
will
just do it.
somehow
I'll
survive.
do it on this one.
All right, roll it just for like meme's sake, but I'm sure you absolutely like dust this thing.
I mean, 8 damage, 4 pen, 4 rip. It's all laser.
You lasered down.
All laser now.
Always has been.
So I'll go like over here too.
Sure.
I don't want to like block Twombly. Let's go there. That's my turn. Actually, question.
Mhm.
Are these guys still coming? Are more still coming? Like,
It looks like they keep coming out, yeah.
And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop
Alright, so
coming.
Lisa,
and
that's
they
your
don't
turn.
stop
Sydney, it's your
coming, and
turn.
they don't stop
Yeah,
coming,
that's my
and they
turn,
don't
Yo,
stop coming.
so
And
I
you
saw
also see that this console, like, it looks like this console over here is hooked up to a different longer range radio patched in
Gotcha.
through this.
Am I able to mess with this console from this side, or
You can mess with this one. This seems to be the interface that is jacked into the Sheriff-tron. You'll have to roll me a Perception Computational or a Perception Savvy to get what's going on.
you're funny.
Well, operational is your primary. That would be at least a +10.
Yeah. What was that? Did you say it was a
Perception Savvy.
Perception savvy? So I mean that's like a 45. Well, I mean I'm gonna turn into mush if I don't move. So getting around this is going to require me to climb. Can I climb around? the right
Probably.
side?
So you want to like climb over here? That'd be
It's
difficult
just
terrain. And are you
Okay.
crouched?
Forward,
Crouching
forward.
halves movement.
Yeah, I am. I can just stand up though. So, let's see if I can move my thing so I can do this.
Could just try to yank the cord from Sheriff down.
I mean, these jank bots on the bot, or I'm sorry, for this console, you said it was something like longer range, yeah? And it was a different console, yeah?
Yeah.
Just entirely. All right.
Over here.
I will crawl around, do a little crawl, and that is definitely within my movement. I look at the new console,
And you're crawling?
or like I move around.
Okay.
I just
You
I
hop
don't
over.
actually crawl. Yeah.
All right. You look at it, and you see lots of very weird and official-looking codes, and some text that appears to be in compact, computerized, standard Mandarin. You don't read that.
Oh.
But it does say something about Liberation System Tower, Northwest Pacific District. Codes accepted, uplink 80%, target keyed in.
Oh, what the fuck?
Well.
Alan!
I mean, okay. So how far did I move? Let's see. So I've moved like 12 meters. I will move there, and then I will just shoot at it. It's fine. You want me to roll for that?
Yeah, shoot your gun.
I shoot my gun.
Are you aiming for like the box or just like the display
Yes.
screen?
Yes.
Okay, you get a crit. Roll me an extra D8 and then roll me a D10. And Rainbow, could you reference the machine critical hit table?
Please.
Sure.
I wish that was the one that turned it off. I don't think it is.
9 is half movement.
Like the bar that's crawling crawls half as fast.
Oh my god.
It was like sparks and shit coming from here. Like there's like a weird glow. It looks like it's having a bad time.
Nice. Slowed it down. I wish I just turned it off by shooting it. But yes.
Boring
that is my
conversation
turn.
anyway.
All right, so Sydney, that's your turn. Felix, it is presently
Ow.
your turn.
All right, so these holes are still spewing robots, correct?
Yeah, and fire.
Well, fire. We can work around fire. Robots are more concerning. So, can I just shoot a hole?
Where?
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
This is like flush with the ground. You could shoot the metal at the edge of it. I don't know what you're expecting to affect by that.
Okay, so never mind.
If you were to throw something down it, which I don't know exploded, that would be a pretty surefire way to clog it.
Yeah, here's the issue though. It's
Okay.
there. I'm here. So no.
Log it.
Do it.
So
Do
instead,
the thing.
I'm
Roll
just
a
gonna
jackpot
shoot.
on it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot this robot here.
Yeah, okay. You just rotate.
Kind of scooch around, scooch in a circle.
Yeah. I pop your shot.
All right, aiming and firing.
Your gun gets hurt.
Yep.
Okay, I'm here for you.
Twombly, it is your turn.
Okay, so what is the cone angle on a shotgun?
It depends on the cone property. It'll have a number.
Let me tell you. Where are you? It says cone 6.
That means the tip is 6 meters wide.
Oh, whoa.
What's the range?
Okay. That's a very good question. Let me tell you. Range is 14.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. That's more than I was expecting. Okay, so I'm gonna have to.
Not kill Lisa. Well, actually, that wouldn't hurt Lisa at all.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Ah,
This just may have adamantium. It's fine.
I can risk it. Question is can I move out from where I am without immediately dying? Let's find out.
You can move 2 meters to here if you want.
No, because I would like to move out of this little kill box so that the computer and these 2 bots are in front of me.
Okay. So you want to break engagement on this kill bot, on this jank bot?
Well, can I? Okay, well, so if I move here, like, do I understand enough about what the hell is going on, even though I don't know computer? That I understand some sort of upload is
not unless anybody has
happening
explicitly told you that, and also you don't have eyes on that screen, so someone would need to said those words.
Okay.
Whoops.
Is nobody going to call the experts?
No, I just shot it.
I will just melee attack both robots then, I guess.
All right, give me both of your attacks. Okay. You destroy the first one, no problem. Your knife finds the place that makes its systems dead, and it chunks to the ground, spinning around in a circle as its jet continues to fire for a moment. You come to hit the other one. You dink it in a weird way, and then you roll me a luck. As the red siren indicating that self-destruct has been activated blares a little louder.
10 plus my... That's 10 plus my luck stat?
Yeah.
I lied. What? I have a 9 for life. Everybody else seems to have low.
It does not go off prematurely.
Cool. Oh, that's still right up in my face, so it doesn't really matter.
Alright, so yeah, that's two
my
F
turn.
actions. Alright, Mage, it's your turn.
Okay. So how much movement is it going to take for me to get down
4 meters.
here?
You have to go in a straight
I
line.
do.
You get here 4 meters later.
Yes. Awesome. And the rest of my movement, which I know to be 22 now, wonderful, is 18. So basically, let's see. Yeah. I get there. And then I do that again. So.
How are we doing, chat?
Awesome. I'm like right here, and I say, actually, I'm like right. Let's say I'm right here, and I'm like, hey, don't fuck up those computers. I think we need them to stop this thing.
All right, it's Jankbot's turn. 3 more Jankbots would come out. A Jankbot emerges here. A Jankbot emerges here. This Jankbot detonates next to both of the vital computer panels and Twombly. Causing 4 damage against the body. How much hardness do you have in your upper body, Twombly?
Hardness is Upper 7.
All right, you
Seven.
you take the explosion in stride. But the computers, well, let's just say they take it in a bit less of a stride, and they begin to, spitter and sputter, and the, like, console, like, the monitor is knocked off of this one. Yeah, it's not looking great.
Fine. Okay.
It is a 4-meter blast radius, but it doesn't hurt Lisa. That being said, Sheriff Tron looks critically damaged. And there is like a sparking from its center as it drops a bit husked. Its internals were already exposed. The cable connecting it has been severed by now.
At least we got that going for us.
And this Janktron is going to initiate its self-destruct. And move around Lisa to right here. This Janktron is going to move forward and fire its shrapnel cannon at Sydney. That is going to be a hit on your lower body. How much hardness, Sydney?
Lower body. Hardness, 5.
Alright, it doesn't hurt you. This Jankbot fires at Mage. That is a crit from the Jankbot. Pat, how much hardness do you have in your upper body?
So 4 from the armor and 3 from the vault suit, so 7.
4, 5, 6, 7. Literally puts down to 0 before it even meets your resistance comma. However, you are wounded in your upper body as the impact causes a crippling thing. Someone's got to do some surgery on you. But oh wait, you're the person who does surgery. Oh, that's going to work. And
Oh no.
this Jankbot is going
Am
to...
I down at 0? Did you say?
No, the damage is reduced to 0, but you still take a critical wound
Cool.
because it was a crit. This one comes up and misses, shooting at Lisa, and instead just hits these consoles behind her even more. This radio is basically the only thing here that hasn't been utterly destroyed. Charlie, it is your turn.
Yeah.
And if what they are indicating to you is what you think it is, the only thing at this point that could stop it is a verbal sequence on precisely the correct frequency. And that's assuming they haven't changed the codes from the handbook. Because it looks like everything else is fucking fried.
Change of plans. Everybody just enable Charlie to get here.
That's what I'm
First
being.
thing I'm gonna do,
If
bang, right here. Since that was a crit, I just think,
This one? Yeah, no, it's utterly destroyed. Pop.
yeah. Can I light one of my cigars and jump down?
Yes, you can. You're a smokestack.
And boom, yeah. And then I guess I'll start walking in that direction. Just real fucking cool, like.
Alright. Yeah, there's fire, there's robots, you're looking real cool. One might dare say you're feeling kind of gangsta. It is Lisa's turn. Lisa, you're feeling... You're all actually beginning to feel a little gangsta.
No!
Yeah. So
I'm not feeling gangster. I'm not.
like I'm just gonna hit this one beside me and destroy it real quick. If I destroy it while it's self-destructing, will it blow up or just be crushed?
There's a chance it'll go off prematurely, but you saw Twombly take out one that was beeping and you were fine, and he was fine.
Okay.
You smash it instead. Pluck crumped straight into the ground.
And then I'm gonna go for a shot on this one.
Alright.
To hopefully plug up that hole.
Yep. You destroy it in style, and it sparks off in many bits. Knocked back, but the bottom half manages to fall into the hole. and clog it up, good and proper. Lisa, that's your turn.
Yep.
Sydney, it's your turn.
Yes. Well, I can't really see anything, and I did a big bad mean to the thing. I think I'm just gonna oh, there's one there. Yeah. That is a jink bot to the north of, or right next to, well, next to Lisa, yeah?
Yeah.
I ping. Okay, yeah. Okay. Then I move yay there. So and just shoot at it. Hopefully I hit. Well, I don't.
Oof, you miss. The bullet goes wide and tings into the wall beyond,
Yeah.
popping off one of the support beam's screws.
Oh. Oh well. It's my turn.
Felix, it's your turn.
All right.
Oof.
All right, Felix, it's your turn.
He froze.
Walk.
Yeah. I see his
Terrible position to freeze in too.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible moment to freeze. Walk.
Yeah.
Need that oil. Fuck. No. Well, Twombly, what would you do on your turn?
I have no idea. I don't even, as both as a player and as a character, I have no idea what's going on. If we're trying to stop this upload, or how Sheriff Sean is connected to any of
We're
this.
trying to enable Charlie to get to the radio so that Charlie can say, "Stop! This is not what I want," because I'm the only actual communist here.
Well, in that case,
Wouldn't you know?
I suppose I will move here and then attack the robot.
Alright. Yeah, no, you absolutely blow the shit out of it. Congratulations. Alright.
Woot.
Max, you're back?
In front of us somehow?
Max, you're muted. Are you on a phone?
Yes. That's what it looks like.
The plot
There we go.
thickens.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, my Wi-Fi just shat itself. It looked like, so I put my phone on data and I'm on there. I can't interact with Roll20, but I'll tell you what I do and I'll let you do the rolls. I asked what's the ceiling made of, and then everything cut out. So what's the
Okay,
ceiling made of?
it's made of metal, but you see some janky chains and such.
All right. Never mind then. I think I'll just shoot that last robot that's still up.
Alright. We had Twombly go while you were waiting, so it's dead now.
Oh. Okay, never mind then. In that case, I'm probably gonna stand up
Mm-hmm.
and like go towards the party.
Alright, yeah. Mage, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna get as close as I can, so maybe over here. Is there any way I can prime this for Charlie's use? Because Charlie has definitely indicated to me that Charlie is gonna do something.
Make me a perception savvy. Yeah, that passes. Yeah, you tune the radio. You use like the radio settings to tune back to the one that it was on, and there just seems to be a signal that needs to be boosted to access. But coming somewhere from the northeast, perhaps there's one that is in line with and sort of sending a message received signal right now. As we
Wait.
switch
My
to
Wi-Fi just unshat itself, so I'll be back.
it is
I
Jank.
turn on the red radio.
Of course, it's Jankbot. So the Jankbots, you hear like a bumbling sound, as it sounds like three of them are trying to get up the same pipe. They managed to do so, but in the process they hurt themselves in their confusion.
And that's 10:30.
That it is. What will happen after at 10:40? Find out after we take our 10-minute break.
Oh, well, I got here just in time for the 10-minute break.
Yeah. Although, if we do want to like try and shovel people back to the right position, we could do that.
Tell me when I need to reset.
I'm kind of freaking out here, guys. So apparently, Trump has just pushed an executive order that bans all dealings with WeChat and Tencent, the company that owns WeChat and Tencent. Which
oh no, are they going to block your League of Legends?
Preventing them from operating in the U.S. Yeah, so Tencent doesn't just own League; they also own
Epic Games
Blizzard. They own Epic. They own a stake in Discord. They own part of Ubisoft. They own part of Bluehole, which makes PUBG.
Oh yeah, but owning it's not going to be.
I am literally reading the order right now. I'll literally read this part to you. The following actions shall be prohibited beginning 45 days after the date of this order to the extent permitted under applicable law. Any transaction that is related to, by any person or with respect to any property subject to the jurisdiction of the United States with Tencent Holdings Ltd, yada yada, or any subsidiary of that entity is identified by the Secretary of Commerce under Section 1C of this order. So
there's still a lot of ways around that, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Have fun.
It also says under applicable laws.
I'll be interested to see how that pans out, but I mean, even if it does go into full effect, it's held up and all that, they're just gonna freaking sell those things. You think Tencent cares about owning Discord if they literally can't? If Discord becomes unusable, they'll just sell it.
In the U.S., but it's also used in like millions of other countries. Why would they sell it when it's still making the money in other countries?
They just have an American.
Remember that an executive order though is not law.
Yeah,
I know that.
Right.
But
all they're gonna do is appeal it in the 45 days and then win the lawsuit.
Yeah. Plus, it's Trump, right? Like as soon as he finds out it's terribly unpopular, he's gonna fucking.
It's still
no, what he's gonna do is say, you know, the Democrats created this problem. They're gonna need to solve it. The Democrats need to get together in Congress and pass a law legalizing Discord.
Yeah,
that's exactly what's gonna happen. Fucking bet.
Anyway, here we are at 10-minute break going on.
No politics.
It is sad.
Oh boy. I'm not trying to talk politics. I'm just saying, you know.
Well,
your Discord server might be banned in.
That is news for basically every kind of
gaming
thing.
company in the world.
Yeah, but other than that, you have to avoid the politics.
Well, the thing is though, is that like if it does go through, right? Like they're not setting up a Canadian server for any of these games. Like it's just they're proposing the NA server and moving on, right? So
most likely, but then also most NA servers are in the US. Chicago, Atlanta, Texas, or well, Dallas. But so that means that there's just no Canadian servers.
Correct.
And most South American servers don't. Most South American.
Well, it sounds like it's time to use a VPN.
That doesn't
change the problem. My ping is still awful to like EU servers and stuff.
Yeah.
I can play on the EU server right now if I wanted to. I just have 300 ping and can't play the video game. Like
yeah. Like a VPN doesn't fix that. The only thing that would likely to be a problem is like this is mostly probably just for TikTok and stuff.
I know it is, but like I don't like either he just doesn't realize what he's doing or he's just fucking dumb.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's look who we're talking about.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're talking about U.S. Secretary of Commerce Wilbur Ross.
Isn't Ross a? Wait, who am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Ross is a human mannequin. Look at him. He looks like a Jeff Dunham puppet.
Oh no.
He does too.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens in that time.
Mhm.
Hello, audience. How you doing? Tonight's episode is brought to you by Utz Originals. Utz Originals. They're potatoes.
God, like
I
commercial.
just realized I don't actually have the Twitch chat working because it lost connection when my internet shut itself and I have not refreshed it.
Unlucky.
Well, now I can see it because I did refresh it. Technology, man.
Hi.
Now,
Hi,
for the
Gray.
real
Welcome
question.
back. You muted in the. Yes, yeah.
It's a pat.
You know, in concept, America's really nice, but in practice, it's nothing like the lies we were told about it as children.
Listen,
saw this,
I live in a country that's run by trees, so I don't know.
What?
Fucking Justin Trudeau is in a tree. He's a Disney prince.
Tree dough.
Complete with the box
I can't say Treedo.
Yeah, he's very much a Disney prince, complete with the the questionable history on depiction of race.
Plus, if you look at a map of like Canada, of like the forests in Canada, Canada is mostly forest.
Oh yes, yes, indeed.
All right.
America
Here's the
used to be
important thing.
forest until
is
we
that
did away with
I
that.
saw
The world
I
is
saw a girl
mostly
on Tinder
forest.
offering to teach people Portuguese, and I'm like, that sounds like a good deal. That way, when I
Isn't the
flee
world
to Europe,
mostly ocean?
I can speak the language of at least one country.
Yeah, but what's
Hey.
not ocean is forest.
True, except for the parts that are prairie and desert. That said, you're mostly right.
Right, but those parts are prairie and desert. If it's not
Yeah.
prairie or desert or ocean, it's forest.
I also think you're forgetting the
that's
very
deep.
important parts of Canada that are inflated housing prices.
True.
I mean that's Vancouver and Toronto, but that's like it.
And Victoria.
Kelowna. I'd have to look at their proximity because I know like Metro Vancouver, it all just blurs together. Right? Because I mean, like realistically, that whole area is like what, 7 different cities or something. But you can't tell because they just wish together.
oh, my genius is never ending. Oh, that shit. I was like, oh man, there's so much room for this big bag of potato chips on my desk. Whatever
So,
shall I do? So I opened
wanna
the drawers
do-
in my desk. I just put the potato chips in the drawer with the drawer open, and then it's easy access like that. Fucking genius.
I'm going to try and convince Lee of something that is, while strictly
Rainbow.
against mechanics, I think very cool. To see if we can't convince him.
Rainbow, could you
Yeah.
refresh?
Sure. Question mark?
Yep.
I'm gonna killer post on Facebook that is not getting as many reactions as I wanted. Yo, I have lost.
And that's because that would wait.
I have lost some clout. I swear. I have not been posting on
It
Facebook
was
like I
a
normally
bait post. I saw it.
do. You saw my bait. Do you follow Danielle Wong?
No.
Yeah. No, you
But
probably
we
saw
happen to
my.
be a member of the same group, so.
Yes, you saw. No, that's not the one I'm talking about. That one's gotten enough reactions for me to think it's a success.
What are you
I'm
talking
not talking about the D&D. I'm not talking about the D&D girl.
I walked away for like 3 seconds.
Talking about the fact that I'm a logged on.
Alright. All right.
Fast
All right.
Not-
the machine.
It's
Okay,
It's
I don't need to know.
Charlie's turn.
Red
Not
is
the bait post.
color.
So, not bait post.
Greg, ooh.
Bait post. Right amount of reaction.
I am so sorry. I'm here. My bad.
All good.
Did you?
It's your turn. We're all getting back into the swing. It's your
Oh.
turn.
I'm gonna use my full movement.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
And then hop
I'm
up here.
getting in
Mhm.
the kit, the caboodle, and the canary.
Now I wasn't expecting the canary.
And I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna say the thing that I need to say to make all this stop.
You gotta move up to like here to like get the radio. But you manage to lean in, and you give it the first code that you expect, and it sort of like bounces. But you do have a code book that you could whip out and reference.
I do. The MSS code book, is it?
Yep. You whip it out, and you find just the code for such an occasion. You say something in Chinese, and it beeps at you, and you hear in Mandarin, launch of Liberator drones cancelled. Liberator drone site remains primed.
Nice.
Wait a minute. Where are these Liberator drones primed? Where are they?
So, that's information that was in the computer before it got shot.
Oh no. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing happened.
Sounds to me like we should do some forensic computer science.
Based on how
Again.
based on how this thing is pointed, it looks like it's receiving a signal and sending a signal to the northeast.
So could we potentially reprogram this to, like, maybe when we need Liberator drones to hit an area, we could, like, have it do that instead of hit whatever their target was?
If you had the computers here still working, it's not impossible. Given the current situation, you might need to find a different console to access that from. But that's not impossible. With your knowledge and the computer knowledge of your companions, that's not impossible at all. But probably a little bit more mid to long-term goal than immediate.
Oh
That
my
being
god,
said,
y'all.
what you've done hasn't done anything about whatever happened between the sheriff and that computer.
Okay,
I'm
hold
here
on.
to facilitate this. The United States of America and the liberated nation of China are both fucking gone. So
No, it's
whatever
fine.
Charlie's up to, I'm Charlie's friend.
Lisa,
I'm here for it.
it's your turn. There are 3 jank bots remaining, all of them right next to each other. If you were to stand over the hole and do the splits, you could attack all of them.
I was just gonna throw a grenade at them, to be honest.
Alright, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if it's worth it though, to be actually.
Pull the pin and you just toss it casually. I'll give you a moxie if you toss it casually over your shoulder.
But what kind of negatives is that though?
It's a -5.
Man, we just
Nice-
be handing out
nice sweat.
Moxie tonight. Damn. Yes.
If you don't, I have a Wuxia inspired idea lined up for them. So
Adam.
The frag sinks the hole. You blow the shit out of all of them, and they're just rubble.
Nice.
Yeah.
Roll damage. Don't think it matters, right?
You can. Well, we just see how good it is.
Whoa.
If it was as good for them as it was for you.
Pretty good.
Nice. How we doing? Okay. You blow the shit out of it. The combat has ended. And the situation seems to be, well, you know, not fixed, but
It could be worse.
it's not going to be way, way worse like it would have been if Charlie hadn't done what he did, and if you guys hadn't taken out the Jenkinist.
Nice.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I do is I'm gonna help recover what's in these not the monitors, sorry, the computers. So I don't know if 36 is good enough to do it, but mostly I'm kind of priming it for the person I know has the ability to, fix really long gone computers. Demonstrably Felix.
So
does the 36 provide any serious benefit to Felix?
What you determine is that between the monitor being broken and these things being shot up, you're going to have to physically extract the memory and then connect it to a different terminal, or bring a different terminal down here and connect it. But you can give a +30 to any agility salvaging roll to remove the memory.
That's what I was hoping for. Hey, Sydney. Any
Yeah.
chance you can help with this?
Maybe. What do you want?
Well, that's going. I want to take a real quick look at the railway.
Grabbing them and bringing
Okay.
them out.
You examine the railway. It looks like kind of like
rifle.
Oh, the railway rifle. Yeah, its stats are in the document.
All right.
It has three railway spikes in it. It fell out of his hands, and that's why you can find it. The things left in there are melted. So if there were more railway spikes, they suffered a terrible fate.
Right.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It still works. Like 51 is the target then. So,
No, but -30. No, the 30 was to benefit you. I don't know how it works in the system. Is it plus or minus?
huh?
You did the thing.
Oh. Okay. My normal target number is 81.
Yeah.
That is all.
So
Yeah, you got a bonus of 30, so literally what your score
Yeah.
was fine.
Yeah. So we're good. 110. It's okay. 111.
you've extracted the physical memory of the Jenkins computer.
Yes.
This
now
would be
I
a-
would never suggest giving this physical memory to that one AI we encountered, but
You want some memory?
I'll take it.
Absolutely not. We don't want to give it to that, but I do know that we want to salvage this information, and we would like. We
Has
do
this
want
stuff
to keep.
stopped burning yet?
We definitely want to keep
So,
these generators on hand. They could be useful in a certain sense later on. You never know.
Can I try to?
You know, when you want to
Yeah.
swarm somebody with fucking cute little laser firing robots.
Can I try to search the acid here?
You can search through like the melted jank pile that was jank.
Yeah.
It seems like he had some really cool armor. A shame it's been destroyed.
His weapon that's destroyed as well.
The item was dropped. Max has already scooped you on that.
Oh, what?
Actually, I was about to say, anyone want a railway rifle? I was hoping it's better than a hunting rifle, but for what I use, it's objectively worse.
Was he really
Oh,
using
right.
wearing mechanist armor?
He was wearing like janky mechanist armor, a jankinist armor, if you will.
Wait, is this the first time I've heard Charlie speak Mandarin?
I don't know, Charlie. Would it be
You
the
probably
first?
heard me cussing, Mandarin.
No, okay. My character pats me on the back and says, "I don't care that you're a commie. I'm just glad to be your friend."
I'm just glad to see cosplay again.
What's cosplay?
Well, it's when people try to dress up as folks they see in comic books. The Mechanist is an old comic character from before the war.
I didn't read that one. I was pretty big on comics back in the day. Except I realize now that the ones I read might have been altered from the ones that were issued to general public.
Altering
Woman in my comic.
books? You don't say.
Yeah.
They could never. I wouldn't believe it.
So instead of the Mechanist, they had the Feminist.
Our characters bond over older comic books.
God, now. Alright, so you guys take care of everything. This appears to be a fully functional, like, roboticist workshop if you were to, repair some of the consoles. Or just use its more mechanical bits. Well,
there's a lot of junk around to repair junk with, so.
Yeah, you still hear the sounds of battle above. What are you guys gonna do?
Is it like an intercom anywhere?
Get a broom and bang on the ceiling. And, hey, keep it down up there. So people are trying to sleep.
The reinforced ceiling does not seem. You despite the people above have not heard this, but it is very comedic.
What'd you say about an intercom? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, there is one.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the intercom.
They can communicate with. It can communicate with the store upstairs.
Right, that's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like, "Hello, it is I, Felix Bennett, broadcasting from the Jankdom. With hey Jank, how you feeling? He's feeling dead. So if you're one of Jank's men, you might want to avoid a similar feeling by standing down.
Oh yeah, right. We killed Jake. I forgot about that.
Also, additionally, I mean, he's the guy who pays you when he's dead, so he probably isn't gonna pay you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're taking all the money. Not that there is.
Yeah, I don't say that.
Okay.
My character's shouting.
Approximately 4 minutes later, the gunfire has died down, and the explosions and such. It sounds like people might have stood down.
Yeah, I guess we make our way back up. I guess, right?
Wait, there's more to this Jankdom than just one room, is there not?
Seemingly no.
What about all these things here?
We went all. What do you mean? We came in here, and then
there's more stuff you guys could loot over a long period of time with a lot of resources and people. But that's a story for another time. You guys return upstairs through Jank's room, and you find a familiar face with some of her anchormen. It's Rusty Rayla. And several people were a bit nicked, and they're like, "Oi, what the fuck?" And I'm getting the token.
Oh, okay, sorry.
They yell, "Oi, what the fuck?" And they point their guns at you when you appear.
My character.
Wow, chill out.
We're like, why the fuck are your projectrons out there shooting at everyone?
Yeah, we think Jank took control of them.
What do you mean took control? You told us you were in control of them.
Yeah, so we thought. Turns out he had a fancy dancy computer doodad that had something else to say about that. Don't worry, it don't work no more.
What? Jank doesn't have anything fancy. All Jank stuff is janky.
Well, it was a bit janky. That's probably why it's broken now.
All right, give me a charisma expression plus 10 to smooth things over here.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not that charismatic.
I do a good job.
All right. Mage is maybe less convincing than Felix on the honesty scale for once. And Rusty's like, "All right then, Felix. You all kept up your end of the bargain. The only question is left to see if Haversham does. His boys did their duty, but after the anchormen stood down, they took some prisoners and returned to the courtyard."
Well, that's always a good sign.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a student of history, you see, and usually the words prisoners and courtyard don't start a sentence that ends with happily.
Yeah, so, given that everything's pretty much locked down here, I mean, except for the fact that there's still, I don't know, 5 or 6 Protectrons shooting anyone they can out there, I think that we should, probably, you know, just check in on our boy, you know?
Yeah, I think he would enjoy the company.
Alright, so do you guys want to...
Am I thinking about killing him? Because I'm okay with that.
Rusty Ray is like, whoa, let's not jump to the gun here. I mean, listen, Haversham is a very paranoid man. He's also a spiteful one. I'm sure he's got some sort of dead man switch set up.
Yeah, no, that makes entirely too much sense.
So let's not kill him unless it's really necessary. But yeah, do you guys want to leave through the shot-up halls?
Got it.
Alright, so Hiram Jenks is quite dead. Or, yeah. Or at least the Jenkinist is. I mean, you assume that was Hiram Jenks.
Wait, what?
You son of a bitch.
Don't fuck with us.
No, he was in a full suit.
Don't fuck with us like this, Lee. You son of a bitch.
I mean, shit, where else is he? I assume they swept the whole top.
Yeah, no, they swept the top. You guys swept the Jankdom. But yeah, you guys come to the center, and you see Top Cop Sue is on one side of the little, like, water feature at the center here. And Haversham is on the other.
We're still on the map from the Jankdom, by the way.
Yeah, I'll fix that. My bad.
No? Fucking. Wait. Nice.
Yeah, so Haversham is here, and he said, "Good people of the mall, it is time for an election. We have gone too long without a mayor."
I want to be mayor.
And you note that he is wearing his power armor and surrounded by his boys. Top Cop Sue has flanked out his mall cops. They do not look nearly as intimidating as the Anchormen. There are Anchormen up and down the
Sue's
road.
name is spelled TSU, which is only the second weirdest naming of Sue I've heard of.
Oh my god.
Not weird in the culture the name comes from.
That weird.
Well. This is America, damn it.
I would like to do my best job of looking intimidating. I probably fail.
Yeah.
And I look really cute instead.
So people all around are like, and Haversham steps forward and says, "I propose that we do it the old-fashioned way. You get 1 vote for every Brahmin you own." And
Whoa, old-fashioned way, my ass.
Top Cop Sue's like, "He's right, that is how we used to have elections, but last time we did something more, democratic." Haversham's like, "Yeah, well, listen, I think that it's time to return to tradition." Alright, Restorela's like, "Hey, fuck you, you know I have less Brahmin than you because I don't like things that shit. Get out of here."
I think in my head,
But Rusty Rayla, everything poops.
it's a lost work of literature at this point.
Haversham's like, "I'm not so sure about that. You see, I think that we should be voting my way."
What if we voted for every person... Sorry. What if every fucking gun owned gets you a vote?
There's like some talking. Haversham's like, that's not an unreasonable proposition. And Rayla's like,
No, that's a pretty shitty proposition.
What the fuck are you doing? He owns a lot of guns. And she's like, no. All right. Listen, every permanent resident of the mall is gonna get a vote. He's like, "Oh, including ghouls?" And she's like, "Yes, including ghouls."
I
Yeah,
step
that
up like,
makes
yeah,
Got an issue with ghoul votes?
Haversham's like, "They're not even real members of our community. They live under Rayla's crap heap. I propose that only residents of the 2nd and 3rd floors be allowed to vote because they are not the transients, but rather the upstanding, overlording members of the community. There is some vague applause from the 2 stories above you. There are, like... This is all being watched by, like, the entire, like, city town, by the way. People are all out in the banisters watching. Lots of people have their guns out.
Everybody has a gun around.
I have
It's about to
some
be the Wild
ideas.
West out here.
Yeah, no, oh,
I
yeah,
can
no. If this
address-
starts to shooting, like, all of you are constantly under automatic fire. If this starts a shootout.
So let's not do a shootout. It sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like this is a situation that could use a lecture about historical voting systems.
Oh no.
Amazing.
How long are we gonna stand here?
Now, before you get into that, I have a question.
The gun gets you a vote.
Mm-hmm.
No. Back when we were at the facility
I like
with
this.
the Tectron, did I temporarily die and get revived, or was that just like a fall unconscious?
You were technically dead and then revived.
You
Like
died.
you were medically dead and then CPR brought you back.
Sure. Because if we get somehow into social combat, I will totally throw down. I literally gave my life and face for this cause.
All right. But
Amazing.
here's my thoughts, right?
So I will back your play on that.
Alright, so, and also to clarify,
Felix is
top-
very well versed
Top Cop Sue
in
says,
history.
the only votes that I'm going to acknowledge are those done via the town charter. And right now, you have to be a registered member of this community to vote. That's what's on the books, and that's what I'm going to enforce.
That sounds right to me, Top Cop Sue.
How do you define a registered member of the community?
Rusty really turns around to you and says, not a ghoul. You have to live on the 2nd or 3rd floor, and you have to be able to pay the registration fee. It gets you through the doors and exempts you from some taxes, and it's a one-time fee. But you also have to be living on the 2nd or 3rd floor.
Yeah, I
Top
turn to the
Cop
top cop soon. I'm like, that
Hey.
sounds like some bureaucratic bullshit.
Yeah, well, if you want to legally change the town charter, once you're mayor, you're free to do so.
Huh.
So anyone else of us could try that, but we'll probably wait.
I feel like I need a Mr. Smith Goes to Washington speech here.
You know, if that's the case, then I don't think your rules should apply to the ghouls living down in the bottom floors. I mean, if they don't get a say in what goes on here, then you don't get a say in what goes on in their lives.
Rusty realizes, like, hey, Charlie's got a point. How are you expecting to enforce the law on people who haven't gained its benefits? The same
I
reason
wanna
we
step
enforce the
forward
law on
and be
everybody else
like-
who comes through here. You can live wherever you want.
I want to step forward and be like,
The nation that used to control these lands was founded under the principles of all beings being created equal, and also under the principle of no taxation without representation. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson,
effectively, I'm going to step up and do like a whole speech on the Constitution.
All right, yeah. So give me a. I'm gonna say that you guys have made some good points. And
Oh, whoops, that's
now,
my bad. I didn't mean to actually roll that. Sorry, I was just meaning to queue it up.
now that you're gonna gain a plus 30 from all of your party members making salient points about how can you expect to impose your laws on these ghouls if you're not going to represent them, and
Oh, wait.
all this other stuff.
I'm
Rayla's
assuming
on your
it was-
side.
I'm assuming it was a charisma rhetoric. That means with a plus 30, it's 107. But I also have a plus 20 to address crowds from lecturer. So I believe that comes out to 127.
Yes.
So that's a lot of degrees of success.
That is many degrees of success.
See, this is one of those. This is another one of those really cool roles where going past 100, going past 100 for your target number is actually really useful.
So how many degrees of success have you just stacked on the side of every... And to clarify, how are you drawing the line, Max, for who should get to vote?
Every long-term resident gets a full vote.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Every
tempted to
governor
say
gets
that
a half
every transient resident that spends significant time here gets a fractional vote.
All right, and how would you define? Is it a month, a year?
I would say it's out of a proportion of the year how much time they spend here.
All right.
So like, it's mostly aimed at caravaneers that
All right.
trade here a lot and have interest.
All right,
but
and you
don't
just
necessarily
stacked 8 degrees of success, right?
Yes.
Okay. Alversham steps forward and says, "Please, people," he raises his arms, "how could you expect the transient merchants who would take advantage of us to be reasonable? How could you expect the vile ghouls hiding in their holes to not take advantage if we give them full liberty to move about? How could we truly expect our own interests to be fulfilled if we cannot even be the masters of our own domain? Vote Haversham, and you will see a new prosperity." And Haversham stacks 4 degrees of success off that.
I'm intimidated.
Sue does not weigh in on either side, but does seem to be... It looks like Sue is mostly gauging the crowd's reaction. It looks like Sue is waiting to see which way the wind blows before he throws in on either side. A prominent businesswoman from the rafters will, however, scream, "Yeah, and Rusty Rail is always doing business with outsiders to undercut us. How can we expect someone like her to be in charge? We know she's trying to get more votes for herself. She's cozied up to the ghouls." And that interjection will win him an extra 3 degrees. That puts him at 5, 6, 7. It is back in the court of team votes for all long-term residents, partials for the transients.
All right. I want to first jab at Haversham by he said ghouls hiding in holes don't deserve a vote. Well, like, fucking Mr. Hide in a Hole here. Come on.
Oh, so you call him out on the fact that he's like a paranoid who stays in a well-defended area all the time and is only even out in public, literally.
Comment around on him, but I like that's like my I start with that. That's like a first sentence, and then I just go on to say something along the lines of like,
This is the greatest trading center in the entire region. I have traveled far and wide. All trading receptors rely and thrive on the trade the caravans bring. Without the caravans, the mall is nothing. You alienate the interests of the people who come here with the goods and services off which this settlement has grown. You court your own doom.
You gain both a +10 from turning his phrase on him and a +10 from the groundlings with their caravans being like, "Yeah, we make this town. We bring the trade."
all right.
May I interject also if that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
What's your argument?
luckily I have that's still out of 117, so that's I don't know 3 degrees.
All right.
Yeah.
I would also interject something along the lines of, also, is it not the ghoul-owned barges that bring so much trade to regions below here? If you guys just grew a little bit more accepting of ghouls in your community, then maybe they would start shipping to you guys again, and you would see that economic boom that comes with the freedom of travel.
Yeah, you stack the maximum 3 bonuses from an interjection, and some people are like, "Hey, she's right, the landing hasn't been used in forever. We could be doing direct trade with Junktown and Crow's Nest, not to mention some people up north." Yeah.
Junktown's on the up and up too!
Yeah, everybody's really liking this. Does anybody else want to interject?
I mean, there's still one more layer that's going to be thrown.
Yeah. So we're on the second layer. Haversham is going to hit you. So rhetoric is best overcome by expression. He's going to gain the upper hand and 1 success here, just by saying, "Let's be honest. The people of the mall don't trade for the betterment of the region. We do this so that we can survive. Some of us remember when our ancestors were driven out of the city, what we had to do to survive. I will do what is necessary. We will grow strong, and my arms and people will spread. Top Cop Sue, if I win this election, the mall cops will stop being so poorly armed, and you will enjoy my full cooperations in matters of security." He's stacking 7.
He's buying
Ooh. Damn.
How many layers? 7?
1, 2, 3,
That puts him
4,
ahead of us by
5, 6,
1.
7. He's
Yeah.
at 15, you're at 14. Top Cop Sue looks at him like, oh shit, oh, real shit? And then Top Cop Sue looks back at you expectantly like, what are you going to say to that?
I mean, let's listen to that, like...
Of course, I agree with the esteemed Mr. Haversham that the fundamental pillar of any democracy is a vigilant military to protect it from the outside. So, under this system, with the increased trade, of course we would need an increased security presence and armament, and think of all the exotic arms and weapons that we can procure with these new trade connections.
I mean, what's the social skill that best counteracts expression?
Whiz.
I'm not great at whiz, but I might go for it anyway.
Well, are you conning the people right now?
I'm not though. I guess it's fucking.
You could claim to like have some sort of like exotic weapons connection and be like, they'll like rain plasma casters on you if you fucking sign up for it. If you think Felix would lie for the greater good.
I think he would not lie. I don't think he thinks long term that's
Yeah.
stupid.
Okay.
No, I agree with. I agree with that.
I'm also gonna say that
Even if you consider nothing for the benefit of the outside world, of which this settlement is very much a part, regardless of what you may wish to think, the benefits for each and every one of you, even those up above who have grown rich off the current system, the opportunities to continue to increase your wealth through increased trade will cause benefits for the whole of the mall, regardless of the state of the outside world.
All right. That sounds a little international to me.
Yeah. Can I interject too?
Yeah, you can.
Mine's kind of, this is like a kind of a long shot argument, but like Lisa's basically gonna say something along the lines of ever since my reconstruction, I have been studying humans for a while. From my current observations of the people of this world, those who wish to help others do not tend to stand in front of them in heavy armaments such as power armor. This man is a danger to you all.
Damn! Give me that fucking charisma expression or rhetoric at your preference.
I mean, I don't have either, so sure.
Just raw.
Am I getting any
I'm gonna give you a plus 20 bonus because like
shot in metal.
you're pointing out something that everyone knows about Haversham, so that's a plus 20.
Okay, cool.
oh.
They're like,
So are we still behind one to get? Okay, I'm gonna use my last mock.
I mean, I haven't actually rolled my attack for this turn yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, can I retroactively use a moxie on that roll if he doesn't get a degree of success?
yeah, I'll let you do it.
Okay.
Oh,
sure.
Did you say there were any bonuses for my sounds international this but okay pitch?
Plus 10.
All right.
I have an interjection if we need one more.
All right, so that's out of 114. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe that's
Hit him with the interjection,
8
Trumbley.
degrees of success.
How many did you get?
I think
8.
8 more. I really don't think. I mean, we still have Twombly's interjection. I really don't think he can put 9
On the board
More.
in his
It
bounce
would
back.
be very impressive if he did.
Unlike
He only got 7 on rolling a 10. Like, nah. Okay, I'm not gonna use the moxie.
So with commentary of how paranoid and arms heavy this guy has been so far, the other comments have been made to that extent. I will comment on how very much like Rellock of Grognak the Barbarian this person has been so far.
Mhm.
That the only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. So goals get included in all this, whatnot. And that this was a country, founded by the people for the people. And we should try to be worth that ideal.
Amazing. Give me a plus 10 on that.
Also, I'm pissed. I was meant to make an argument about how he talked about how they suffered the horrors of what it was like before them all.
And
I was
this
about
is
to go
just
off
straight
about,
up
like,
charisma,
oh, you think
yeah?
you fucking suffered shit? Like, look at me. Look at the 200 years I've been taking around this asshole.
It's charisma
Straight up
skill.
charisma,
Well, it's charisma expression or rhetoric.
which I have neither of. So Oh.
Nice.
Well,
A plus 10, is that a hit?
well, yeah, it's a hit at that number to start with.
So 2. Yeah, because max of 3 for an interjection. All right, and so yeah, you guys are sitting at 24 hits against 15. He says, "Come now, people of this city, of the mall.
England is my city.
You must realize that this outside force, working with the least reputable anchorites,
Wow.
is intending to do something vile and abhorrent. While it is true that Jenks had to be subdued, we must now face the reality that there is no more balance of power, and without a mayor to codify the replacing of the lost anchorite, things will naturally devolve into conflict. I will not legitimate any election that happens outside of my terms. Are you really prepared to see what that reality will look like?" And he gets like a degree of success, and everyone's sort of like, and
democracy isn't a great argument.
yeah, Top Cop Sue walks forward and says, "Well, I will be legitimating it, and the cops are with me." The mall cops are like, "Yeah." So, this is how it is. We're going with the ghouls' suggestion. Oh, yeah, that's right. Partial vote for transients, full votes for full-timers, including the ghouls. Perhaps they're right. The town charter was wrong. It was weak. And that's why we let it lapse. Under this new system where everyone is represented, I don't think we're going to have that problem. And, Top Cop Sue and Rayla against him. Haversham Harding looks at the people, scowls, and says, "You'll all get what you deserve," and then leaves with his anchorites back towards his anchor store.
This is probably not gonna be good.
They deserve a
More rat in every pot and a nuka in every cola.
Yeah, more red every pot, and nuke at every call. Woo! Everybody's really excited. But yeah, so you guys have scored a victory for democracy, and the election is scheduled to go down within the week.
So who's the candidate we're going to choose to win?
Yeah, that is the question.
Damn, Pat. Chill with your fucking. Holy shit. So who are we forcing to be the victor?
America type moment.
let's be honest. We're not exactly choosing the election.
CIA
this is
type
a little bit
moment.
of an election of 1800 scenario where we probably have a significant weigh in just by who we endorse.
Naturally, and who we can kill.
Well,
Monka?
not true, but I'm like, literally,
Wait.
even if we don't do anything underhanded, if we just come out and say this is the person to win, we're also the people who said this is the system by which we should live. It would be like George Washington showing up and endorsing a candidate for Congress.
Yeah, it
It was
sounds
me.
right to me.
Fine.
Yeah,
It'll
so
be fine.
who do you and what should we be doing here? Or other? Yeah, so do one of you run for mayor, or do you back someone?
So,
stick around here.
If we,
I feel like we
yeah,
got
if we
shit
win
to
for
do.
mayor, we'd have to stay here.
But I mean, like,
most
I
likely.
think we're all under the impression that there's going to be a little bit of a time skip.
Yeah, so
How long is the term? Did we determine that?
for a variety of
Oh,
reasons,
yeah.
so the mayoral elections used to be every other year.
That sounds about right. I'm not sure we want a 2-year time skip though.
No,
Sheriff,
that's not what we plan to do. I don't think.
Well, I don't think any of us should run for mayor. I don't see any significant reason why Rusty Rayla shouldn't. She has already has
Here's the
a
thing. So under the old
vote base.
rules, that both of them were hoping to get around, you couldn't both be an anchorite and the mayor.
In that case, we need to find some other. I'm tempted to nominate the basement ghoul.
The basement ghoul, yeah.
The old
I mean, he's
sheriff.
probably a long shot candidate because no one knows him and he's a ghoul.
I mean,
Okay,
you wrote down his whole like life history, right? So like, what kind of accomplishments and stuff does he have? Like,
Is
I'm sorry, Lee.
Does he have previous leadership experience of the mall?
yeah, so he used to be the sheriff. I'm trying to remember his name. Shanks?
Cool.
God. I might have it somewhere. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so he had been the sheriff of the mall before everyone moved in. He knows all the ins and outs, and people do know him as a somewhat Robin Hood figure who sort of rights wrongs from the shadows. They don't necessarily know his name, but if he comes out and identifies himself, lots of people would recognize him.
All right, that's actually stronger than I thought. I was going to initially push him. I was going to initially push him as the new anchorite to take the third empty slot. But I think have him as mayor and then figure someone else out for third anchorite.
I mean, shit. Can one of us be an anchorite? Do you have to stick around to be an anchorite? I think you have to stick around to be mayor, but like.
You don't have to stick around to be an anchorite as long as you have someone who you trust running your anchor store.
Yeah, we could do that.
Well, I mean,
Lisa for anchorite.
I
Lisa for anchorite, amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you put up the kill bot for anchorite? Because here's the thing: there are some robots down there who like have been like don't have an order, and they just sort of like go into like standby or shutdown mode. If you go down there, you could get some of them.
Oh no.
Sure.
Although all your protectrons outside have been slashed.
Can I give sentience to them as well? Also, the protectrons that are still alive in the
before
Jank
we get ahead of ourselves, you said that the new mayor codifies the conditions under which the new anchorite is chosen.
Right. So it would be hard to get an but there is the element of fait accompli where you could just run in there and say, "I run this bitch." And if no one challenges on you, you would be a semi-legitimate anchorite, but you don't become a fully official anchorite unless the mayor recognizes you.
Well, here's how I say we do it. I mean, we talk to the basement, because the basement ghoul probably isn't planning on running on his own.
Right.
So we go talk to him and say, you run, we help you, and you need a new anchorite, why not? Person we choose.
All right, so who are you going to pitch him on?
Well, I mean, I think Lisa's actually a good choice because variety of reasons. But I also think not exactly a politically popular option, Death Robot.
I mean,
I think it might work out.
She can tidy up for the conferences and stuff.
Well, it might work out where we could have Lisa as the trusted delegate.
Max, look at Meats. Oh, but Pat's pointing to herself.
Mage?
It could be Pat.
No.
I mean, Max
Mage.
also wouldn't mind being an anchorite, but
I mean, we know a woman with a Mr. Hansy.
that being said, that's a good. Actually, no. Felix wouldn't put himself as an anchorite purely because he thinks a ghoul winning the election will be enough of an upset that if it appoints another ghoul as an anchorite, that might cause some riots.
True.
It could cause, yeah. So you want the ghoul mayor, and then who do you want for the anchorite?
I'm open to suggestions. If any, I mean, Pat says he wants
if we're talking about all representation for everybody, I mean, Lisa just makes sense.
Yeah, she is a sentient robot.
Are any robots recognized as voters under the new rules?
Technically speaking, you guys made all residents, and the robots in the Janktum are residents.
Are they intelligent?
You can go down and talk to some of them, and you see that some of them look like they are. Some of them are in the zone we're actually not sure, and others just seem to be go here, kill this. Particularly the ones that Jank made himself.
Can Lisa do that thing where she just somehow gives everything sentience that she talks to?
Right?
Yeah. The only issue is, you know that Haversham owns several robots, and he could use them. He could basically tell them how to vote. If you don't find a way to subvert that would get him.
But now that becomes an issue of slavery.
Right. Well, here's the thing: are you going to try and liberate all of the robots?
Why not?
I mean, a variety of reasons why not. This is a fragile democracy. The last thing we want to do is start off by
what about people we know outside then?
Yeah.
The Potashi chick maybe, or
I think she's chilling I think the people in Junkeep are pretty happy where they are.
No.
Mr. Hansy, the woman that owns Mr. Hansy.
Austin, do you have any preferences?
Big ass sex shop.
All right.
No.
Greg, do you have any preferences?
Yeah,
you muted the meats, Greg.
Yeah, I don't have any preferences. I don't think that's something that
How bad? What?
my character would care about.
Do you have a preference for who becomes anchorite after you guys push Mr. Ghoul from air? basically takes over Jank's anchor store and associated prestige within the community.
I don't think I've really met anyone else in the mall, so no.
Well, they are talking about potentially putting up a party member.
And Mage keeps pointing to herself.
I mean, yeah.
Mage or Lisa.
Mage
Or
equals
Phoenix.
Lisa.
Probably not
I
Phoenix.
mean,
What are you thinking about doing? Like in a hospital?
Mage is going to ask Lisa for everything.
like this. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, are you going to pitch like your store as like a medical supply and like hospital or a basis, Pat?
What?
Yeah, like, and then what's Lisa doing as opposed to that?
Doing,
Like,
look, it's doing
what
like
are the two stories?
happier switch or happier break.
What did Jank even sell, by the way?
Jank was like a general store trader. Also, someone we're catching audio. It's all
Yeah,
right.
from back
So so Jank was a general trader who did a few specialty items by like mail order, more or less. Like he would buy, like he was a procurer. You could tell him you wanted something, he'd buy it off the caravans and keep it for you for a premium.
And what does Haversham sell?
Haversham mostly specializes in hardware, in the sense of both construction material and weapons.
Yeah, and then Rayla is like cattle. I'm not
Rayla
sure.
is more or less junk. Rayla does like junk and stuff that people bring in. She's also like, it is a semi-open fact that she is a fence.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a courier shop?
There is a Crimson Caravan Traders Post.
Alright, what
I
I'm
mean-
proposing.
Go ahead.
Unless you have. Sorry, hold on. I did not mean to cut you off there.
Oh no,
Unless
it's
you have-
fine. It's fine.
Yes. What I'm
Hey,
proposing.
well, I was gonna say, like, if we turn this to like a mage, like if we establish the Caravanners as one of the three cornerstones of this place, becomes a major trading post. Like it already is a major trading post, but if
You could
one of the
approach
three
the Crimson
cornerstones-
Caravan, depending on what the branch office manager is like. They may or may not be able to bring significant financial resources to bear in an ensuing charm offensive or in a political campaign.
I mean, I think we already gave the Caravaneer and the Caravan Company a pretty big up by giving Caravaneers a partial vote.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
like, you come up to them and be like, hey, we gave you political power, vote with us.
Yeah, I mean that's a basically persuasive argument. Give me your role for it, Felix.
All right.
A woman in an alarmingly clean pantsuit sits behind the table and says, you make a compelling
I
argument.
promise I can't select myself right now.
You're in the
You're at the
bottom.
bottom.
You're
Scroll
at the
down.
bottom.
Near bottom. Scroll down.
Haha.
I do all right.
Yeah, she's like, all right, well, I'll put the word out, but I mean, I can't exactly tell people how to vote. I think, though, that most people found your argument persuasive. Who was your candidate again?
Shit. I mean, before I did this, I probably would have gone and talked to Mr. Ghoul.
Yeah, Mr. Ghoul says, all right, so you want me to become the mayor, huh?
Yeah.
All right. We'll have to see how Sue feels about that.
Oh, why would Sue have an issue?
Well, I mean, that was my office before it was his, and for his predecessors. And let's just say, my old sheriff's office and his new one had issues for a while. He was pretty young at the time, but he might remember some bad blood got up to between some of our deputies during the, shall we say, transitional period.
Understood.
That being
I'll
said,
make promises that,
Yeah.
you know, there won't be any inter-sheriff conflict because he won't be a sheriff anymore.
yeah, I'll tell him. Look, tell him I'm willing to bury the hatchet if he is.
I think that's more than fair.
All right. If you return to Top Cop
I'll also
Sue,
ask
this
him if he
offer.
has any ideas. We're looking to see if we can find a new anchorite for you.
He says that he.
Do you? And I'm wondering if just he has anyone in his back pocket.
He says that of the major merchants who we think could actually take over the store, he wouldn't really trust any of them. That being
That's
said,
fair. We don't really trust the merchants either.
that being said, he does think that the Crimson Caravan is a very predictable organization in some regards, in what they want and what they will fight for and what they won't fight for. So he would not be opposed to trying to make them the third anchor. He also would not be opposed to making one of you the anchor, simply because fuck them. Fuck those other guys.
Yeah, I like that. I like that argument.
Yeah, if you go to Top Cop Sue, he will say that he's willing to bury the hatchet, given those assurances, and that he's actually surprised that dude is still alive, and he doesn't really bear him any ill will.
I mean, Mage really does want to be an anchorite.
Our candidate is Mr. Ghoul.
So let me get this right. If you become an anchorite, you have to have somebody like stick around for you.
Well, if you own the business, and this is Pat, you're muted in the meets. If you own a business in the world of Fallout, you own it insofar as you are able to keep control of it. So you don't need to personally hang out here, but most of the anchorites do. Also, most of the anchorites don't have a place they would rather be. Because, Haversham wants to be in his fortress, Rayla wants to be at the center of her network and doesn't want to put her own neck at risk. Jank liked his jankdom. The three anchorites that existed simply didn't have a lot of motive to leave. That doesn't mean you can't be an anchorite who travels.
So, my question is, if we make Mage the anchorite, and then, Lisa just sticks around as her sort of...
I'm willing to stick around, too.
I'm only deciding to be an anchorite because I think it will benefit people immediately around me. I don't actually care about that. My character's motivations are to fix the problem that's affecting her homeland. And honestly, considering what she's seen of the surface, return to it.
Yeah, I also consider that you are in a trading zone that is within the general area that you believe the vault you're looking for to be inside of. If you ran a large business, you would if you handled an anchor store, you would naturally begin to accrue connections, which could assist you in either finding exactly what you were looking for at that location or finding the same thing from a different location.
I think it just makes... I don't know.
Yeah, no, my character's motivations in deciding to want to be an anchor store owner is she wants... Whatever. I don't care. She wants to benefit her immediate inner circle and find that vault and what she's looking for from it, and skip the fuck out of Dodge and let you guys pick up the pieces.
You can wait until after you've elected Mr. Ghoul to decide.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I think Mage as anchorite with Lisa as liaison who stays behind and makes sure the place doesn't rebel or anything.
Well, I think so. The thing is, Lisa is very. This is the most the largest number of robots that she's seen that are not just murderous and aren't thinking for themselves. This is the largest number of sentient robots she's seen, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you could settle down with them. And
she kind of I think she kind of has this sort of reason of not only settle down, but try to ensure they're what's the word for that? Right, I guess.
Cooperation.
Not even cooperation. Make sure they don't get abused by the people here as well.
That's fair.
But they have someone standing for their interest.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
Lisa can be the Robo Anchorite,
basically.
No,
the
Robo Fist at least. Yeah. So you guys find yourselves on the campaign trail here in the mall, and the sheriff has decided that buying everyone who comes into this bar a drink is a great way to run his campaign. He's like, yeah. So anyway, one time I was fighting this Mirelurk, nasty thing, and the anchormen and all the people who come through are like, and, there's drinking. What, if anything, would you guys do to augment the political campaign?
So, you've seen Hamilton in the song "The Election of 1800"? Aaron Burr walks around campaigning for himself. I want to do that, except for
Sure.
I want to campaign for my.
Yeah, you can absolutely.
Actually, no, fuck that. I'm not gonna run around and campaign. I'm gonna write leaflets.
Nice.
Oh.
You do. There are.
The most persuasive and welcome method of advertising.
Of course, there are some leaflets. There are some places to print here, sort of like in like a pulpy zine sort of way.
Is there? Isn't there? Didn't we run across like a printing press somewhere?
There's also these things called I don't know what the exact word for them, but there's these machines where you can put like a piece of like black and white printed thing through it, and it'll make a copy of it through a mechanical process.
So the point is, you guys have ways to like make them. Yeah. So Max, write me with a charisma rhetoric your leaflet. I think you benefit from a certain skill if you have it. A certain trait if you have it.
Would this count as addressing a crowd because it's addressed to the people?
No.
Damn it.
No.
There's a different one called writer that's for like creating literature, and it's more for swaying like a group of people that are around you. You're swaying an individual in their own mind. There's lots of people come around, they drink, they're like, oh wow.
Just a straight one.
They're like, maybe having a ghoul mare would be just the thing that we need to turn this community around. Yeah,
I rolled a 5.
You've been around here forever. Yeah, so you write. What is the name of this pamphlet?
It's called Ruminations on the Mall.
Ruminations on the Mall, and
because it isn't sent out or printed as like a campaign for this guy, but it lays out arguments and points to him. Lays out arguments for what needs to be done. Leadership is needed in the mall, and indicates that he would be the person best suited to solve those.
All right. Does anybody else have something major that they do during the election period?
God, I can't really think. I would like to like try to approach all of the like. How many robots are there like that like are denizens of this place? Like, obviously I was hoping the ones that were the Protectrons that were malfunctioning in the Jankdom could be like not killed and kind of...
Yeah, so you managed to give them a system reboot, and they seem to be... most of them pop out as factory standard Protectrons, just waiting command. One of them, though, exhibits a strange phenomenon and asks you for green things.
Lisa's like, there are many green things in this world. What exactly are you searching for?
All of them.
I have some if you need.
I want all of them. Yes, please. I have found a new calling. Call me Mr. Green with an E on the end. And Mr. Green comes campaign with you and just asks people to give him green things.
And like, I just want to like kind of talk with any of them that are sentient.
I guess I help Lisa.
Yeah, so like, they seem to be like varying degrees. Some of them look like they could be jailbroken. Others just don't seem like it's within their programming or hardware because of how they were equipped. They were given a pretty simple package, and they more resemble.
We're not equipped with democracy.
Yeah, can we try? Like, I want to try to give as many of them sentience as possible, and also like
you'll need to. And some of them will require hardware upgrades, but it's possible long term to make all of them sentient.
Yeah, well, I mean that's gonna be her long-term goal then.
Yeah,
like, after the election's over. But like, she wants to like make them aware of what rights are and that they should have them.
All right, Sydney is going to give me an agility repair to help you bring all of them back online and get them up to speed, if you will.
Just one, or
yeah.
If I may interject, Lee, I think
that worked.
He has a nasty habit of doing it before and potentially doing it again. So I don't know, if I were GMing, I'd give him a bonus for that.
That's true. That being said, Bull Trip is hit a 6. There are 24 fully sentient, fully functional robots that Lisa has swayed with her thought-provoking questions. They now seek full representation to the alarm of some upper floor dwellers.
I would also attempt to like tell them that if Lisa does become Anchorite / Mage's liaison, that she would like
I would be
offer them employment, basically.
Okay. So you are all right. So you're their jobs candidate, and they're like, vote vote for the ghoul. It is the logical choice, which will result in us getting money. Mr. Green says, I will get more greens. And, yeah, so you basically have, like, 24 propaganda bots that don't need to eat or sleep and basically just walk around broadcasting the snappiest bits from ruminations on the mall when they're not just saying, vote so I can have a job. And
they're just like loudspeakering like quotes from it. Like
The snappiest bit of ruminations on the mall is probably something along the lines of like, considering the economic and social insecurities of the position the mall finds itself in, Mr. Ghoul seems to be the best suited candidate for the position.
all right. You guys hang
if I
out.
may, during this period, I would like to educate the ghoul candidate with regards to agriculture.
Agriculture? He's like, oh, you mean like growing things? I mean, I'm gonna be honest here. I mostly shoot things.
Here's an idea, though. What if charisma-based biology role?
Like,
What if
so
mage,
you'd like to
like-
upsell him on plants?
what if
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
sure.
if mage? Wait, question. What if mage offers like a checkup for every resident of the mall?
So that
If if he gets elected.
All right, so you're stacking a lot of chips on his corner. Well,
what I'm thinking of doing if I'm elected anchorite is honestly opening a little bit of a hospital here. And
Yeah,
like-
I mean, can that be part of his campaign?
he's like, oh wow, yeah. Hold on, you want to open a fucking hospital? People go wild for that shit. All right.
like, it should be very present in the campaign that like it's not just a regular hospital. Like she has pre-war knowledge of like
I
medicine.
have a
Like,
lot of knowledge, and I will teach it.
All right, Cha Bio to talk him up on plants.
Cha bio, thank you. This is the actual best thing I can do. Ever.
Quick question. Who else? I mean, obviously, Haversham is running, but is anyone else up putting themselves up?
Some of the merchants are running, and Rayla herself is running. The Ghoul vote is split between her and Mr. Ghoul, but most of them are in favor of Mr. Ghoul. The Anchormen are all presumably voting for their own boss. The Anchormen who used to work for Jank have either skipped town or wound up dead. And the other people of the town are sort of being swayed towards Mr. Ghoul, even though, you know, a lot of them have shitty opinions of ghouls. Those who don't are all seeing him as the objectively best candidate. Because over the course of the week, he's like, wow, alright, you know what? If I'm elected, this here Vault Dweller gal, she's gonna be able to, I don't know, start a rooftop garden. We ain't doing anything up there. Yeah. And you know what? The people are gonna eat. The people will eat from the food of the roof.
wait, that's kind of poggers.
A
What a
potato
way
in
to
every
use-
pot.
What I'd like to do during this period
Mm-hmm.
is, you know, while they're all campaigning and whatnot, is I'm going to go a different direction and do whatever I can to make sure nothing untoward happens.
Give me a perception spotting to look around for some of the untoward things.
Okay. Perception spotting. Let's see. Yeah, so let me find the right tab here. 78.
All right, yeah. So you do a couple of times notice what appear to be, bribes or threats. You can, if you want, report that to Top Cop Sue, and he will bust it up with the mall cops.
Sure.
All right. People see Top Cop Sue doing his job, and efforts by both Haversham and Rayla to stack their campaign are thwarted. Charlie, there's about 7 days as this electioneering goes on. What would Charlie be up to?
Well, there's a lot of like robots and machinists around. I would I would like to inquire as to if there were any anyone with expertise or knowledge on how to like upgrade or maybe add some more functionality to my prosthetic robotic leg.
Yeah, so Gertrude says that she thinks that she knows someone who comes by every once in a while, and that this individual could probably upgrade your robotic leg such that when you do blood boil, it deals you 1d4 minus 1 vitality damage, meaning it could potentially not hurt you. And at the very least, it would have a lower capacity. Additionally, she knows that they do embedded weapons and prosthetics. So you could get a foot knife or a gun holster inside your leg.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
Yeah, so when they come through, Tinkerer Tom's like, oh, hello there! And for the low price of 500 caps, he can give you the works. A boot knife, a gun holster, and 1d4 minus 1 vitality on your blood burn.
When Tinker Tom comes to town. Alright.
Alright, my 500 caps. Gain gun holster in leg. Combat knife. Weapon integrally built into foot. And blood boil does 1d4 minus 1 vitality damage. So yeah, that is your scenario. Your leg is pimped out by about 3 days into the 7-day period. Anything else that you'd be keeping your ears to the ground upon? Any place you'd be creeping around? Any place you might visit while people are busy electioneering? I will remind you, in an episode where you weren't here, they did find a very powerful radio site called Safe House Echo or some shit, which had a very powerful radio that was getting hits from encrypted signals.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I'd like to investigate that. I'd like to follow that lead.
Yeah. One day you slip out. Give me an agility blending.
You betcha.
You slip in and out without being noticed by anyone in the mall or the location you're going to, and you manage to get down to the radio room. You, alone with this radio, are able to sweep some signals and get a hit to the northeast. You make contact with someone you haven't heard from in a very long time.
Monka.
Dave.
Damn.
Hello? Who's this?
It's Agent Zhang. She lived, and she's a ghoul.
Who?
What?
She says that the Liberator Tower has been deployed and is primed. She and the rest of the people who she's gathered are going to go there and start the launch manually.
Next time on Uranium
where?
Fever.
Am I able to eavesdrop and suss out where?
Well, hold on. So you do it. You reach out, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
not
You're just listening. You're just listening. Okay.
I'm just listening in.
You are able to ID that it is somewhere to the east of a major river and north of the 12. I am going to highlight it on the map and show it to you. It is going to be a red zone for, reasons. So it could be anywhere in this red zone.
Oof. It's a lot of red zone. And it's across the river, heck. It's across 2 rivers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's not small at all.
Oh, that's a chunky boy.
That's
like,
huge.
She got what some might call a dump truck.
She has huge plots of land.
Yeah, would you reach out to Zhang? It sounds like she's putting out in all bulletins everyone left who can hear this, and there are some people responding. Not all of them are familiar to you, and not all of them sound like ghouls, though.
What? Bruh. Socialism lives.
It's times like this is when I wish I had my stealth suit.
Oh god.
go find one.
I'll help.
How ready is the access that people have to the Jankdom? Like, is the Jankdom an open secret? Well, are
People know that the Jankdom exists. People can't normally reach it due to its defenses. And being pretty well insulated from the rest of the underground segments because, you know, it was what he spent his time and efforts fortifying. For all the good it did him in the end. Or should I say,
interesting as it would be,
did the
I don't
Jankdom.
have the skills to turn it Kazador Cave, so.
So what do you guys... Well, some of your party members do. What do you guys... do you guys do anything else? Well, actually, so Charlie, you learned this 3 days before the election is to occur. Do you go back and do you say anything to your party members, or do you keep this in your back sleeve, up your sleeve? Great.
I would probably be healing people in the meantime.
Yeah, can I get a repair?
Yeah, and everybody heals up like 7 vitality from a week, so I think...
Man, I didn't realize I was muted. Yeah,
including me or no?
Well, you'll heal whatever's rolled.
As soon as I can get everyone rallied together after I get back, like immediately after I get back, I'm gonna try to surreptitiously gather everyone separate from people in the mall and have a powwow about this with them.
All right, so you basically put them on to the fact that there is a tower meant for launching aerially deployed, massive amounts of aerially deployed, basically insurgency bots.
And I will, I guess I would actually have pretty intimate knowledge of Liberators, right?
Yeah, no,
Their functionality and their capabilities.
Yeah, you know that like the original Liberator, is like a joke and mostly a waste of ammo. But you have heard rumors that some of the ones embedded in the United States got upgrades before they were deployed.
Upgraded in what way?
They were basically made more accurate. The laser was upgraded, and the spin blade was used as a defensive attack, not just when they were being deployed, but also when you approached one too closely.
Right. Okay.
That being said, you don't.
So like
you didn't hear any
Mark Liberators, basically.
Yeah, like the up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I give them essentially, what you just told me, the rundown of the capabilities of the Liberators. I kind of crudely draw a picture of one, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned that there's like a tower full of swarm of them. I mean, one of them is not that bad, but a swarm.
What are these things we're talking about?
So there's a silo full of robots that, we should want control of those silos full of robots, but looks like someone else is going to activate them and deploy them.
Don't we have a connection to that here in the Jankdom?
Past tense.
Oh, it's like mega destroyed? I see.
In the coming days, you find that vital elements were destroyed in the shootout. You might be able to repair this if you find very important computer parts and replace them.
Is it not destroyed enough that we could potentially, at least find out where it was?
It is possible through sifting through the data and plugging memory bits into robots and computer terminals. Someone would give me a perception digital -20.
Here's a question: as a
not me,
as a Homeland Security or whatever the heck it is,
National Guard,
sure. But would I not just know where this place is, or
this is a Chinese deep stealth infiltration site. If they knew where it was, you would have been deployed to it. That being said, you are loaded with computational data. I'm assuming that's supposed to be a -43 max?
That was supposed to be out of 43.
Oh, okay.
Still famous.
You guys don't manage to tighten it down. The data seems to have been stored in RAM, and it was all lost when it was powered down.
Yeah,
wait, hold on. Would this be
to retrieve data? Yeah.
I mean, I don't technically have one to retrieve data, but I have several which are very adjacent to that.
Describe them to me.
And hypothetically speaking, if you count the bonuses from all of them, I pass.
You get a vague idea that it's probably towards the somewhere in the center of this mass.
I figured.
So yeah, does the week passes, the election happens, and what do you know? Woo, we all put on our party hats. You know why?
Why?
Because fuck, wait, I don't have the party hats ready. Fuck.
Where's the party hats?
Mr.
Oh,
Ghoul.
shit, oh fuck.
Mr.
Shit,
Ghoul wins his election. Rusty Rayla is magnanimous in defeat and wishes him all the best. He's like, yeah, sure. And Haversham does not give him any regards. And he does not seem to be very happy about the situation. But he's not a rash man, so he's not going to rush into making any moves.
Well, we spent a lot of time working out who was going to be the replacement anchorite, but I have a feeling in a few months we may have to work on another one.
Yep, so
What?
here's the question. So do you guys go forward with Mage as the anchorite and she sets up a makeshift hospital?
I think Major's an anchorite, and it becomes a combination medical supply store / hospital.
All right, excellent. It is a sorely needed thing in the wastes, and she picks up quite a bit of business. You guys...
with the finances and Charlie with the security. And
Yeah.
Lisa with backdoor things.
All right, so
No,
yeah.
no, I mean, Lisa is the security. I think that's the point.
Yeah, so we fade out on season 1 of Uranium Fever with, a very interesting scenario having played out.
Can you play Uranium Fever right now, please?
Yes. And could I now get from all of you beautiful people feedback
On the entire game.
Yeah, so there's money, honey. You can donate. I would like you to first give me feedback on this session, and then as a single question, just like reminisce about this whole 29 session first season, and tell me what you think.
29 weeks.
Yeah.
I feel like we could have gone for one more and gotten that even 30, but all right.
Oh,
True.
whatever.
Well, we might with like what we do during the time skip, right? Like like a session.
Christmas episode.
Almost
Like,
7 months.
Yeah. Who? Bull Trip. I think you need to go to bed soon, right?
Oh lord, but that makes me have to do it first.
Greg, do you have to go to bed any sooner, or does anybody have to go to bed soon?
I don't have to go to bed soon, but I can go first.
Okay, if you're ready, yeah, just least favorite we want to see more of, and then just a reminisce on season 1.
So favorite, I would say this boss fight was incredibly fun. Having the enemy on a track that moves was like really unpredictable. I wasn't sure how fast, how slow it would move. Even though it was on a track, it was very interesting. I love the bots. During the 10-minute break, I already had to like tell someone about the bots, how like they were janky, but it almost seems like a defect. That was like, oh, I guess when these things misfire, they explode. Fuck it. That sounds awesome. It's like the meaning of janky. I fucking love it. Least favorite. I don't know, nitpicky, but I guess just because I don't have any like rhetoric skills, rhetoric portion was kind of like, all right, I gotta just sit out for this one.
Yeah, I did give the like part of the plus 30 bonus was that you made a good point about like the laws shouldn't apply to them if they don't get its benefits. But yeah,
Right,
there wasn't a great way to interact.
I want to push my luck and like end up having to roll, so I kind of like I stick to my strengths, and that's generally how I play most games. I stick to my strengths.
Yeah, I mean, you popped off like before that in the combat, so.
So, but I mean, if that's nitpicky, I mean, I wasn't like
Yeah, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Like,
mind.
not like it wasn't terrible for you, but like it is something you can point to.
Right. And a memorable moment from season 1, I gotta say, one that always sticks out to me is Twembley doing like square dancing on that fucking mechanical bull
True.
while Olympics was playing. That shit was tight.
You know we have to get one in the mall now, right?
Yo.
For real.
Yeah, so that was a memorable season 1 moment. Anything else? What you want to see more of, or any other like season 1 recollections?
Oh, what I'd like to see more of, honestly, we're already at it. What I'd like to see more of. This is really interesting with the Liberator stuff. I love dealing with pre-war militaries. They're fun. I guess maybe in the far-flung future, super mutants, but that's what I want to see more.
Maybe we did deal with one.
No rush.
I was gonna say we have one, but that was an intelligent one.
And it was like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
It's
fair.
one conversation.
All right, and that's it for your. Anything else you want to add? You don't have to. I'm just making sure I don't. You're muted.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, that's all for me. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Rainbow, hit me with it.
Me next. Okay. Wow. So about today specifically, I also like the boss fight. It's fun. I think I once again kind of broke it by just being faster than the train. So yeah, you know. But I mean, shit. Like before, I could kind of break it. Like my teammates just popped off, so that was cool. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I could have even seen like maybe one more like element to that fight could have been added. Maybe like turrets or something, or I don't know, something like that. Like the fire was really cool. The bots constantly spewing out and everything, and the train thing was awesome. But like at the end of the day, the bots were pretty ignorable. Like
yeah, so in turrets, I could have actually fucked you guys up.
Like something that was really like actually threatening besides Jank himself, because then we could just all focus him down and like it was free, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about throwing in like some Jank Ultrons, and but ultimately I was worried about killing you.
I think more like actual like units would have been too much, but like something that is like
a threat,
something else within the fight that is exuding a threat, not and like it's not, you're not actually expecting to kill us, but you're expecting it to make it like push us into the boss more, you know, something like that, right? Like
for sure.
Where something that if we don't like pay enough attention to it, it pushes us into like a no-win situation kind of thing with the boss, where like it, you know, something like that. I think turrets could have been okay, maybe like some sort of like, maybe if there's like a second cart like directly across from him that had like a turret on it that was like going around, so we couldn't, so like no matter what, we're always taking like, no matter where we're standing, we're always taking shots from one of them kind of thing. That could have been cool. I don't know, something like that. Just something else to like push it even further into like, and also like I like you know, the idea of him having this like wacky like Wonderland sort of like crazy like sanctum thing. I feel like it could have been more chaotic, you know.
Certainly, yeah. The full promise not really reached of that concept.
It was still good though. I still liked it a lot. I think it was cool, and the map looked great, like with the train tracks and everything. I really like that asset. I use that one a lot myself. The train track asset. Yeah, hard pat.
Apocalyptic America.
Yes! Yeah. Exclamation mark Fallout. You can see it. You can buy it. And as before we go too much sooner, remember exclamation mark links. You can join the Discord, and there is a little radiation symbol you can react to in the Dreamscapes channel. You'll see all the Uranium Fever categories, and you'll be able to click. You'll be able to take the format and paste it in, give us your feedback, and we'll engage with you there on Discord. But yeah, sorry. Continue, Rainbow.
But yeah, I really liked the social stuff today. It was really cool. Like, yeah, I mean, I think overall with the mall, you just nailed the community aspect of it. Like just in general, like throughout the whole time we've been in this place, like it's just always felt really grounded and like it made a lot of sense and it's really good and I like all the characters and everything and like yeah, it's just great. What was the one thing I was gonna say as well? I had something else I was gonna say. My brain's not working. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. I like that. If we're gonna talk like about something I want to see more of, I'd really like to see some more of the like sort of factions come back. Like maybe like the Matilda that we kind of like started talking with, and then they just kind of never showed up again, or like maybe like some of the bigger factions, NCR, Brotherhood, etc. Like come around. Like, I like faction stuff when it's done in like a cool way. Like too much of it can be like kind of boring, but like I trust you to do it well. So, and that's about it. What was my favorite moment from the season? God, it's so many. Like,
well, it's you reminisce however you want to reminisce about the season. Like, I mean, of the format of the campaign, you're free to. It's the campaign reminisce. It's the season reminisce.
Okay, here's my reminisce. I just feel incredibly like blessed to be playing in this game, and it's honestly like a highlight of my week, time and time again. Like just playing with everybody and like just exploring Fallout as a world. Like it's honestly awesome. Like. Like your execution of it is amazing, but just like it's such an interesting place for an RPG to take place, and like I think you're just absolutely nailing it. Like in like there was some mishaps with like mechanical stuff when it comes to like map design and like some encounter design, but like I don't think you've ever missed when it comes to like the world building part of it, right? Like I know it's not technically your world, but like the things like that when it comes to like aesthetics and like tone and like setting and stuff, like it's just been like strike after strike. So
damn, I can't even miss once.
You don't miss.
He don't miss.
He don't miss.
Not even once. Damn, Leland, missed once. Thank you, Rainbow. Very high compliment. Any other reminisce, or is that it?
I'll probably think of like a really good moment later and post it in Discord or something. I don't know.
No,
I've been trying to go over it in my head, but yeah.
Now, Austin, I know you're a very sleepy boy. Are you?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can do it. So yes, for this session, the boss fight was pretty cool. I like the mechanics. I like that there were other things going on with the explodey boys, kind of like ads, and then like the terminal that we that I totally did not shoot. That had nothing to do with it. That never happened. So that was pretty fun. Once I'm about to sneeze. 1 sec. As far as didn't like, just like the, all the talking bit. It's just I don't have charisma at all as a character, and like let's see, I think my charisma is like 20. So with absolutely nothing in societal stuff. So it's something where I just kind of don't want to detriment the party by saying something.
I will say, if you're interjecting, you actually can't do
make
the
a negative
or a negative. Only the person who's the combatant can do a negative roll that hurts them. Just
gotcha.
But yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Like, but you still didn't have.
Yeah. And also, I just don't know how much like Sydney would kind of care about all this local politics stuff. It just seems kind of irrelevant to the wanderer that he is, the barbarian he is. So that was just hard to find character motivation. As far as the entire campaign, I liked going to the Rubit place.
Italia?
Yeah, the Hitai facility. The place with the what were the? It was the with
Wait,
the
hold on. I'll put on. I gotta put on. Hold on. I gotta put it on. Where is it? Where is it? Radio.
Also, the spinny thing, the spinny chair rehabilitation place. That was hilarious. I love that bit. What else was pretty good? There was SB4 and wanting to turn him into a toaster the entire time. There's just like a lot of great stuff, and there was something that I was gonna say, and I can't remember it now. But Protectron, that's what it was. Yeah, Protectron was just a hilarious character to have around.
I wonder if we'll see Protect Ronin again in season 2.
Rejectron, you mean?
Don't. I'm gonna throw a fit.
It's fine. I can make another one, probably.
You can never make one again in my heart.
That's right. It'll just be Protect Sydney. It's fine. Yeah. As always, it's great to just be here on Thursday. It's just fun. It's one of the few days I can play, so it's real good to be around as always. Yes.
Anything else?
No, I think it's bedtime though.
Okay. Troll Tide, you still there?
I see you guys.
Oh, I am, yes.
Alright, hit me with it.
Let's see. Liked this session. The boss fight, as everyone else has said, and not being totally useless for it, even though really my only use was providing the bomb thing. Least favorite this session. I would have to say having no idea what was going on with Sheriff Tron and that computer. Like I know it's connected to the tower with I already forget the name of those flying robot thing, but you know, the correlation between the two. I have no idea why Sheriff Tron was even there.
So Sheriff Tron was from the West Side Automatics, and like that's why he had like their logo on him and everything. And he was a Protectron unit that could send command orders to the other West Side Automatics Protectrons. And so there are two things going on there.
I forgot myself actually. Favorite this session was this song.
Can you ban that account in chat, Lee?
Yeah.
The song playing in
I don't want
the Roll20 right now. Favorite part of the session. Want to see more of. I definitely want to see more of them all. Like many things, there's just so much to be done with that. Reminiscing on this season. Oh God, where to even start with that? I am so curious as to see what the deal with my doppelganger is, because we haven't really done anything with that. The AI, you know, that big ass computer AI. I'm so curious to see what happens with that. Like, there's so much that we've done this season that I don't know that we've really done anything with that are the memorable parts and are the things I want to see for season 2. Even if it's just somehow like a nod to. yeah, that's kind of it for me. I've many plans as to what happens during the downtime.
Max.
All right, so favorite thing about this session is, I mean, I think the jank fight was a lot of fun. Probably could have been a little bit tougher, but like I think it was good all around. I really liked the whole election stuff as well. I found that really fun. The least favorite, I feel like the jank train could have been more. I feel like there could have been cars, and the various cars like did things. I just think that would have been fun.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was a good idea that I should have milked it more.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of
It's a great idea.
possibility to do fun with that, and like
Amazing
people talk
idea.
about maybe have a little bit more to the encounter. What if like one of the cars every other round fired off like it was like a grenade launcher that fired off. One of the
Yeah, the mortar
cars
car
was like did various things, and we could take down each car individually to like neutralize it.
Yeah.
I would not mind if you brought that sort of thing back later. What I'd like to see more of, I mean, I think it was just a really solid session. We had some good combat, we had some good social stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Just the pacing and rounding was really solid in this session.
Rounding?
Yeah. As in, like, it felt well-rounded. It wasn't too combat-heavy. It wasn't too social-heavy.
Nice.
The rounding was good, yeah. As reminiscing on the season, just, I mean, there's no denying that there weren't low points.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't, like, when I think back on it, and I remember the feelings this campaign gives me, they don't fucking come. I don't give a shit about those. I freaking love this. I love Fallout, and I think you did such an amazing job of capturing the essence of Fallout. Every place we go, I mean, I was afraid a little bit when we started this, because you know me, and if you did a shitty job, I would be like, this all feels wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I would call you on it, and I would dislike it. I didn't need to do that, and I'm very happy about that. Because you've managed to make all these places feel like they really could exist in the Fallout universe. And just did an excellent job of justifying it. The right amount of whimsy in the right places. I mean, the freaking Penguin King bit. When Protectron left me, that was one of my... I mean, I hated Protectron leaving me because I love him. But it was such a good moment when he wandered off to become Protector Ronin.
Sure.
Such a good moment.
So beautiful.
There's just so many good moments, it's kind of really hard for me to look back and be like, oh, this was the best one. But I mean, when we blew up the freaking like the nitrate refinery or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
Or I mean, the fight against the kill squad in the basement of the Applied Hypnotics.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Applied Hypnotics had a slog in it, but that was a way to freaking cap it. There's just a lot of really, really quality moments. And you know, it's always been, I've never been like, oh man, it's Thursday, I have to do this. I've always been like, yes. Boy. I like you, boy.
Nice.
All right, yeah. And I feel like I should leave the table there.
Okay. Then in that case, Pat, last but not least.
Okay, wow. I didn't realize I was last. Alright, so what I liked about tonight's session, I think it was very well rounded. I think we did a great job incorporating numerous events and sorry, not numerous events. Numerous you know, disparate desires and culminating them into one beautifully handled session. I think that the beginning was fun, very, very nice combat stuff. Had a full ass blast when you realized the dude was communist, and like there was, you know, a whole different element to the session. That was fun. Yeah, no, a whole bunch of great stuff. What I like least, can't say. I just think this was a really nicely handled session. what I want to see more stuff like this, and my thoughts as a whole on the campaign. It's been great, Lee. Very enthused to be a part of this. Don't know much about Fallout, but I'm learning fast, and wow, you keep performing and you keep showing up, and I'm very impressed with how you've done. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone who's stuck with. Anything else, Pat?
Oh, she gone.
Alright. Thank you for everyone who stuck with us. We are going to go raid Dale but thank you for coming out and being here with us. I'm sure by now you've heard my show on the links in the Discord, but we really do hang out there a lot now these days. Thank you for coming through, and we are expecting to resume with Season 2 in like 3 weeks. I now have to choose sooner than I was expecting the 3-week gap item. It will probably be an Alien RPG 3-parter, but there are some other ideas I'm floating. Some of which involve other games I've designed or other games that are already published. But we will be returning to this game and this campaign with Season 2, and we'll probably have a month or two of time skip and then get right to the action. So yeah, thank you all for coming out, and keep on dreaming, my dreamers. We're Raiden Dalric. Remember, we're going to be nice in this chat. Yay!
Yay. I love her exiting on this song.
Of course.